time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everybody in the swing. I'm a swing trader, baby, catch the wave, feel the thing. No hold on for me, I'm in and out like the breeze. Buy the dip at 3, sell the pump at ease. Ego says you're a king, market says no today. Swing trade mambo, baby, that's the only way. Mambo number 5, a little bit of swing in my life. A little bit of dip by my side. A little bit of pump is all I need. A little bit of green is what I see. A little bit of mambo makes me your man. A little bit of Bitcoin in my hand. I swing on Solana, swing on Cardano too. Dogecoin mambo, Shiba's calling you. Ego roars loud when the line goes up, but when it turns red, ego shuts right up. Roast me for chasing, roast me for the fall. Swing trade mambo, I'm having a ball. Mambo swing, mambo swing, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let the good times ring. Hey, mambo, mambo, mambo. Number 5, a little bit of swing in my life. A little bit of dip by my side. A little bit of pump is all I need. A little bit of green is what I see. A little bit of mambo makes me your man. A little bit of Bitcoin in my hand. Mambo! Mambo swing. Let the good times ring. Mambo swing. Let the good times ring.
Baby, I'm hot. I see you watching, baby, eyes on the screen. Road dog, crypto's the king you never seen. He draws the fibs like magic in the air. No guesswork, no gamble, just the flair. From the dips to the peaks, he's the one to trust. Road dog's a vibe, join the rush. Cause every line he draws is perfect from the start to the end. You wanna join the pack, better hit send. Yeah. No waiting, no waiting. Road dog, I never really knew that trading could feel like this. It makes a man wanna smash that like button quick. Subscribe real fast, yeah, the bell, super chat, yeah. Road dog, join the crew, yeah.
He works dark magic with the fib so fine. Turns red to green, makes the profits shine.
No 99 feet, no grift to play.
Road dogs the real night and day. Gift the membership, spread the love wide. Road dog crypto's the ultimate ride.
Cause every line he draws is perfect from the start to the end. You wanna join the pack, better hit send. No waiting, no waiting. Road dog, I never really knew that trading could feel like this. It makes a man wanna smash that like button quick. Subscribe real fast, hit the bell, super chat, yeah. Road dog, join the crew, yeah.
That song says no waiting, Habib. That's funny. Is this microphone on, Habib? Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing. Did you hear it? Okay, good.
the good times.
Oh, I got some spit on it. He won't notice though, will he? Sometimes I rub it down my pants. He never has found out about it. Don't tell him though. Yeah, he says it smells like cheese over here. No, it's funny. Yeah.
Bitcoin mambo, baby, feel the rhythm in your soul. Bitcoin mambo, let the orange fire take control. You watch the chart dance, congas calling your name. One more candle flickers and you're never the
Ladies
same.
and gentlemen,
The market's a party, the beat never ends.
are we ready to get this party started?
All your friends.
The first requirement is
Bitcoin mambo,
the cowbell ceremony.
Bitcoin mambo.
Grab your ding-a-ling and participate. If you don't have a ding-a-ling, there might be one right there beside you. Just reach over and grab your neighbor's ding-a-ling, if they don't mind, that is. You always want to ask permission before you ever grab your neighbor's ding-a-ling, or else you might wind up in court. But once you got your hands around that ding-a-ling, you just give it a little stroke with the wrist there, and it makes it sing. Kind of like that. A little cowbell and a whole lot of Jesus. That's what we need to straighten out this world.
The dips come rolling like waves on the shore.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started.
Congas keep talking by a little bit more.
For those of you out there that hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Bienvenidos, mis compadres, mis perros, señores y señoras. Welcome to Road Dog Crypto. Boys and girls, frogs and squirrels. We're taking a look at what's going on in this market, and as you can see over here, Total 3 is breaking out that little circle we were pointing attention to, that little trend line that we were saying, this might be it. I don't know. It's just trying to do it, trying to stick, trying to hold it. It held it, and we're all the much better for it. We've reached this level here. We've taken out these guys over here. We just took them out, just sniped them just like that. Just went up and ninja'd right on them. Got them with the throwing stars, the shuriken. Yeah. We did a number on them. Took the katana, busted over their head. Yeah, knocked them out. But this guy over here, this one right over here, yeah, that might be the boss of this level over here. We might have to, might take a minute to get past it, or who knows what's going to happen right there. Meanwhile, your Bitcoin dominance, although it's still strong and headed to the upside, she's having a down day today. Last 8 hours, it's been on the downside. That helps our altcoins, right? It makes these guys look a little bit more green when that happens, right? Hell, did something change over here? It looks different. What is this? I don't know if I like this. They changed crypto bubbles? 1 hour, oh, is that hour and dollar? Okay, I gotcha. I see what you're doing. But wow, look at this. So up for the day, about 3% on the top 100. Top 200 is about 2.7% right there. Pretty gosh darn good for a. It's not Thursday, is it? Not Thursday, right? It's like Tuesday. Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Got the taco out over here. Happy Cinco de Mayo. May the 5th. If the 4th didn't get you, a 5th of Jack will. And some good ass coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've ever tried it, but if you need something to keep you up all night, well, a little good ass coffee might be just the thing you're looking for.
The morning's gray, the clock's a foe. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
Good ass coffee. Everybody needs some at some point. Just don't need it this time of night unless you want to. Maybe that's why I don't go to bed till 7 in the morning. Huh. Could it be? It's probably not. It's probably not. Anyway. So this is Bitcoin dominance, finding some support here. Maybe going back up again. That would be good for Bitcoin, not so great for altcoins. But when this is going up, you got to be selective on what kind of altcoins that you're trying to play and get in. And there's only there's a handful that are doing something. They're doing a little of something. Rising tide lifts all boats. That whatever. Yeah. Silent farts stinks out the whole room. That kind of thing right there going on. But so it's getting kind of stinky over here. It's starting to touch these levels. This is very bullish for Bitcoin to be above this yellow line over here. I'm just saying, especially to hold it. I mean, over here on these guys, we just blasted. This is a retest. We were coming down to it. That was mad. But this was, we were coming up. Hopeful. Things were looking good, and we lost it here, and have not been back since. And that was back in 2025. Gosh, that seems like forever ago. Almost, kind of, sort of. I got a lot of trend lines over here. The one that's really important at the moment is this little guy. And notice how we're just kind of deviating from it. It's a strong little move there. Lordy, what if this thing goes parabolic? All these little hash marks that we got back here, these little trend lines and stuff, you know, I mean, they meant something at the time. And now our initial trend line that we lost and we tried to regain, we reclaimed it. That's bullish AF. What does that mean? We took it to the next level again. We lost it, but then we got it back. Stella got her groove back. We got our mojo back. Bitcoin is looking pretty gosh darn good and pretty positive at the moment in the middle of a bear market. Go figure that out. Explain that. Meanwhile, we take a look over here at Tether dominance, and it did what we wanted it to do, what we hoped it was do. It did not do what we feared it would do, which was to bounce off of this line here and continue on. It's a bearish pattern, but if you bounce off of here, ooh, you can get some nice strong moves, right? This is a wonderful pattern to pay attention to. A lot of people miss it because they don't zoom out. They're too busy looking, well, one for a flag. They can see that. They're not zooming out to see what could be going on. Or the flag turns into a to this, and then this extends to this. It turns into a falling wedge, then it turns into a channel, and then they'll finally figure it out. Maybe after it breaks a trend line, after it's already come down. But if you'd been looking at the, zoom out and connect your dots there as best that you can, and you get the real feel for the market. This is my philosophy that I tried to share over here. Anyway, just zoom out, connect the dots, and the pattern will start to reveal itself. Otherwise, you might be forcing a pattern that may or may not be there. May or may not be there. There are ways to confirm patterns, and if wherever you're teaching does not teach that, well, then I suggest that you dig a little deeper, find another source that will teach you that information there. Ladies and gentlemen, tongue-tied. Ladies and gentlemen, señoras and señoritas, Rañas y Arias. Here we go. This is Bitcoin. This was I guess this is a short setup. I think I took it last night. Apparently, stuck to that. I got stopped out. Yay. Will it be a valid short now? What's going on over here? I'm on a very tiny 1 minute time frame, so I wouldn't pay any attention to this. But let's zoom out and see what's going on over here. Zoom out to the full hour. So the fear last night was we were at resistance, right? And we still are. We still are. If best I remember is right around this green line, I think. And we did manage to come on up today, as I suspected that we would, because gosh darn it, she was just abnormally bullish last night. A lot of people wanted to short, ancient short. I mean, it had decent reasons to look, and you can still be looking. The question is it going to happen, or is it going to take sometimes it takes a while for a short to come in, like 126,000. We stayed up there for seems like several days before anything happened, right? I would like to leave this on here, but I've got to use this dang chart. So let's zoom out to the daily and take a look at what has happened, and Probably looks better on other trend line, other time frames over here. Probably a 4 hour. That's where we got our line. But straighten it up for the daily and see that we are in this nice place. Lost it, and now we flipped it to an overside underside correction. I guess you would say not correct. Well, it could be a correction. We just go higher before we do it. We flipped the script on it. We just basically just made another channel is kind of how you interpret this. And we're just on a series of channels over here. I kind of pointed this out last night. We can go in a smaller time frame, and there's even a smaller one in here that you can be finding some resistance. So it's kind of wild how you see how these angles are respected. Once you identify the angles, and then you'll see those angles repeated in price action. That's just a mathematical wonder to me. It just amazes me every time I see it. But numbers do reoccur, and that's the form that they take visually here on the charts as angles. Degen knew this, and he was the master of all that sacred geometry and everything is applied to charts and geometry in general, and a few other things. All I managed to do is just clutter up my chart trying to explain this concept, and what I really need to do is just look at our current resistance areas. I mean, that might be one at some point, and we've looked at this idea. I think I'll keep that up there, just keep that point over. But if you see this orange line that we got right here, I'm gonna blow it up real big. That's our resistance area right now. Going all the way back here to this top, that's the wicks too. So that's the brunt of the moves. Skip that one, but we got this one. So that's kind of like the end of it. We're at extreme ends of the resistance, and it could be trying to break out, or could be actually getting rejected over here. We talked about the reasons why this was an important area last night to look for that rejection when we took our Fibonacci's from swing high to swing low, and kind of said, well, this is the place where it kind of turns around, you know. It came up higher than some of the other places, but there are some reasons why it could do that. Didn't quite make it past the 0.414. We went to about the 1.5 area right there, about 81,800. I think that was a number that we mentioned, 80,800, maybe 81,800. I do know that 80,800 was, because that was one of our main levels right there. Take some of these other lines that aren't needed off this chart, clean it up a little bit. So you can see there's 2 points over here saying that we are definitely at rejection area, and even if we come up to about 82.3, 82.4, man, that'd be squeezing it. We do have a nice target area around 83,300, somewhere through that area. If we're fortunate enough to get up there, I've got a feeling that we might fall short somewhere around 82.8, 82.9, something like that. But that we might actually press up over to that over the next day or two. And then, of course, we get ready for the weekend. Don't forget about the weekend. You're probably not thinking about it, but the market makers are already making their plan for what they're going to do to you on the weekend. And you just kind of find yourself mixed up in it. Like, oh, damn, I got caught up in that again. They're so good. They plan ahead. It's computer algorithm mostly, but smarter than you are, especially now with AI. I gotta say, that's quicker anyway. Calculation. How we doing, everybody? Glad to see you here. I'll be over into the chat very, very, very shortly and say hello to everybody again. Right now, I just want to get this out of my head, what I'm trying to see here on Bitcoin right now. Here on the 4 hour, we're still above the 9 moving average, baby. We're above the 9. Everything's just fine. And no worries, man. No worries. No worries, man. Everything be good here. Everything be good. But when we start losing that, then we got to start thinking our life choices here when it comes to our trading things. We're starting to see signs that we're trying to lose it on smaller time frames. This is the 1 hour, but it's also testing it. It's been kind of ballsy like it was last night. And, well, you see where that got us, right? Well, up and down, and then goodbye, sucker. I came and got your stop loss and took off without you. Do you see that right there? So you got the market makers playing games, and that's a very bullish sign when you see them do things like this. When you see these little what they call swing failure plays, where it looks like it's going to be making that lower low, and then it suddenly comes up and we make a higher high. Oh, hell, you just got played. We all got played. That's the market makers playing their whale games over here. And it's a good sign. It usually goes the opposite direction of what they came and wiped out, right? Very clever, the little bastards. You're following the trend lines close like I am, and you still got some problems. That's why we look at the fib area. And it did. It came down. We said we needed to see it come down to this little green line. Like, oh man, I don't think it's going to do it. We're hanging up here, flag to the upside. We're above the 21. We got every sign that we're just going to keep on taking off. Right, but here we are. We did go down to it. That was from this swing high just to that local high right up here, right? Oh my gosh, am I off on it a little bit? Was this a bigger one? Oh well. I don't know why it's off. We still got that same little area. Got a little double tap. This could be a nice... This takes us right over here to this target area. Precisely right here and right here. As being possibilities for a one-to-one move based on it hitting, retesting this area right here. And that's a little crazy to think about, that maybe over the next few days we might find ourselves at $84,000 for Bitcoin. That's a ballsy move. That would be it going as one-to-one, but they can do it. A lot of times they fall a little bit short, and we see a reason why it would, and that'd be about 80. This 83,300 area, that area just seems to keep coming up. I'm putting my label here right at 83,000. 82.8 right in that area. I think that's the real sweet spot to keep your eye on. There is another little area about 82,250 that you'll probably see some liquidity. I mean, we can pull out our little where are they? What is that thing? I used to have it on here. Oh, VMC. No, that's not you. Oh, what's that? BPR, the Vipin Visible Range Volume Profile. Did I take you off? No, I got you on there. I haven't put that on here in a while. It's very subjective. It is very subjective. Depending on this one is because it changes depending on how much you show it in the charts, right? It'll change. They have a fixed volume range protocol, and that's what you see a lot of people use now. This little guy. That's pretty cool too. Well, since we got this little guy open over here, let's come over and let's make him a little bit more readable, shall we? I like to come over here and take this little guy, and I'll just add a 0 over there, kind of make him a little bit more refined over here. Let's see, what would this look like? What if we, I'm just going to see how well it matches up to Fibonacci just from what we have here. Does it? Do you see some stuff? Do you see some stuff? Isn't this interesting? Right here, 786 area, you got a node. 618 area, you got a node. 382 area, a little bit below it, a little bit above it. 236 area, definitely a lot going on right there. Crazy how that works, isn't it? Kind of cool. Kind of cool how the fibs just kind of, they know stuff, baby. They know some stuff. It's coded into, I don't know, it's coded into every damn thing, I'm convinced, but hell, definitely coded into the market. I see this idea. Of course, we didn't touch it down here, so don't really need to keep it down there until we start heading that direction. This is the 1 hour. I prefer to actually come up on a bigger time frame for Bitcoin and just look at the momentum. And the momentum looks kind of nice and juicy. If you look at these, it's 360 moving average, 200 moving average, 150. They're stacked on top of each other, right? Sequential order. That's a strong sign. These two are not 800-666. They're the cross current that we just crossed over, which is bullish overall, but it does mean that even if we come up through here, we can be coming right back down and retesting these guys, especially as long as this little guy is on the bottom, and even if it crosses. So even if we do go up, I can see it's definitely coming right back down to this area, about 72,000 at least there, maybe even lower. Retest trend line, something at a level. But, you know, I am expecting us to go up a little bit more, and then I would expect a correction, because when have you ever known Bitcoin not to have a correction? Raise your hand. Nobody's raising your hand, are you? You've never seen Bitcoin have a correction? So we should expect a correction, right? The corrections usually come when, oh my God, everything's doing really good. Yeah. That's usually when here you go, sir. Here's your ass. I want to hand it to you. It's flame broiled. We got some Tabasco sauce in the back if you want it. Make it spicy ass. Nothing like a little spicy ass coffee. I'm just saying. put a little cayenne pepper on there for Cinco de Mayo. How we doing, everybody? Come on. Let's come over here and say hello to everybody and quit chatting so much. Little turkey talks his little mouth off. Doesn't say anything all damn day long, and then it goes for hours over here. So shout out to everybody. What Silver Days in the house. Good to see you, Stray Got Heart. Oh no, don't ban them. We got Tenacious Tabbies in the house. How you doing, Tenacious Tabbies? Tenacious Tabbies, if you don't know, is a fellow YouTuber now. And I got a channel doing very well. 1.7. Got 1,700 subscribers over there. 1,000 videos? Really? Yeah, I must have a lot of shorts or something, right? Or been doing live streams over here. Ain't it easy to go a long time on a live stream? It's crazy. You just lose track of time. I lose track of time. It's just like, oh, my God, 2 hours? 2 hours. I remember it's like, man, I'm afraid to go live. How am I going to fill up 30 minutes of time? I don't know what I'm going to say. What are we going to do? And well, that wasn't so hard, was it? But if you're not following, you want a cool place to hang out. I was hanging out with them the other day here. I believe it was on this one. No, it wasn't that one. Go show them some love. Give them a like and a subscribe over there. And since I've got this pulled up, well, let me, where are you? Are you hiding? Oh, there you are. There's the very top. And another place you might want to subscribe. I got 12 subscribers over here. This very small new channel. My channel, by the way. This is where I'm putting all my music stuff. And I'm also, this is what I've been working on all day today. It was on episode 2 of Friday Night Crypto Videos, where it's a competitive creator content show. Right now, it's mostly my stuff. Ave submitted a video. It's up for the contest there. Doing very well, I might add. But will it win? I had the deck stacked against you, Ave. I'm just saying. Competition. And so I invite anybody, if you want to submit, if you got crypto music video, put together a little video for it with AI. It's not too bad. But man, getting this show, working through the workflow to get this show, trying to get to the level that I want, and I'm kind of there. The production value and things like that takes a lot of time, and oh my God, well, you got to wait 2 hours before you can use your account again. You know, when it comes to using the AI to help with this stuff, because my gosh, you couldn't do it by myself without AI. That's for dang sure. But a fun show, and Squirrely Bob is going to be on there, and it's going to be a good episode, people. If you haven't checked that out, if you haven't voted for the video, you can come over here and vote for which video that you would like to crown the champion. That will be open until I got Thursday, but it's basically going to be tomorrow night. It's going to be the cutoff. I need to change that, and you can also vote in the comments over there. But fun thing to do, but that's where all the crypto music, and if you appreciate crypto trading music and the crypto thing music I do here, then go help support that channel. I'm just saying, I gotta get some metrics going, or it's just gonna die out, fade away, and be one of those long lost stories, just like many channels are on YouTube, which I'm afraid sometimes I'm going down that route. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was over here talking. We got Tony Gold in the house. Good to see you, my man. Let's get ready for Road Dogg and Crypto. Let me put this over here so I can see it a little bit better. PMO says Bitcoin drunk on tequila. It's doing something. It's definitely up there. You Woo Wart, how you doing? MG Motorsport, how are you, my man? Good to see you. So happy to see you guys here. I appreciate you. You guys are what make up the channel. You guys are what make up the show. You guys are here. Just really, you are the 1% that you guys are amazing. I just got to give you a shout out every time. What kind of show would we have over here? And you guys keep me on track too. Well, at least if I come over to the chart there. Oh, there's that beautiful turkey. Oh, you know how to butter me up, don't you? Hey, man. I mean, don't take this the wrong way or anything, all right? All right. Is that a fork in your pocket? I mean, security? Security, I think there's a fork over here. Turkey gotta be safe, man. Turkey gotta be safe. You can butter me up too quick. Thank you, my man. Good to have you here. Thank you for being here, Tenacious. I appreciate you. Bitcoin acting loco today. It's been acting crazy for a while now, right? Gotta kind of makes you think that when you see these big old spikes down here, that would be one of those most hellacious buys of your life when everybody is scared AF. And that's what they always say, buy the blood in the streets. And some people were able to do it. It was just a wick, but down here. But these are the places nobody wanted to mess with it. Nobody wanted to mess with it. Except us. But even then, you never know. You don't know. You still got all the emotions everybody else does. All you got is a few little things, a few little techniques that we can apply that say, hey, 786, baby. Oh, man, she came down twice for it. Dude, that's going to be the best buy ever. And I'm sure if you had gotten some at 63,000, 62.8 in these areas over here, you'd be like, I was they were all calling shorts and everything, but I said, screw it, man. I said, I'm going to buy me some at 63,000 right there. I didn't get the best entry, but for 80,000, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If you take advantage of those opportunities when they present themselves. Here was another one. Another one. What? No, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. It was another 786 retracement and all that trend line. How many more signs do you need from Jesus to tell you, hey, it's a good sign. Your prayers are answered. You just got to do it. There's your ship, mister. Look at this nice little trend line we got going on over here. I didn't even see that before. That's cool. We are in a, look at the Livermore cylinder, or an opening broadening pattern, bearish megaphone, however you want to look at it. It's a big ass long channel that is not squeezing. It's kind of spreading out, which they're kind of fun. They give you a wide range of play. It kind of opens up the whole field for us, right? It's like we got this big field that's starting to open up a field of possibilities in both directions. This widens the game. It could be fun, but it could be volatile too. So we are. Oh, I got to get that messy thing off there. I got too many things on here, dude. Where did I? BRVP, this one, right? I don't normally use that one. My mentor did though. He used it a lot. And you had to get the most expensive version of TradingView to have it, and so therefore. All right, so this is Bitcoin. This is the 4 hour above the 9. I can't say anything bad about it. Looks like we got a nice little test off of it. Come down to the 1 hour and see what it looks like. Yes, we did. And now we're back above the 21, and it looks like the 9 on the 1 hour. Looking kind of sexy over here. The 1 hour is giving you a market cipher green dot, giving you all the go signs over here that I can see. Kind of nice. Looks like Bitcoin want to keep on going up right now. And maybe, so too do altcoins. But how much further can our altcoins go? We know the little trick, right? We know that little higher high area that they're going to be looking for in most cases. It's going to be right around that 113, maybe just a bit higher. It's just depending. If you don't know the math behind it or don't want to take the time to do it, I mean, this is a nice little cheat sheet right here. It's like, I'll get you right there in the neighborhood, baby. And then you just got to decide what to do once the price gets there. And that's right around 750 to 760 billion. So we got about another 10 billion could be coming into our altcoins over the next few days as we go into the weekend. I don't know if we're going to have another weekend pump or if we're going to get that Friday dump. They dumped us on last Friday, didn't they? And then started pumping us on the weekend, on Sunday, right? That's been their game plan the last couple of weeks. They switch it up a little bit. I still haven't figured out their algorithm yet, but I think there is one. How else can you explain how all these market makers can agree upon what to do? They're not butting their heads. Market maker fighting against market maker or anything like that. There's an algorithm there. There's a system to it. And they use software, so there definitely is systems to it. And I know that there's a market making software out there because I looked at buying it one time. I just didn't know what the hell a market maker was exactly back in the way early days. I just know that every time that I put an order in on an exchange, you'd have an exchange, low liquidity or whatever, and there'd be an order there, and back in the day, you could put an order right up atop of it, and sometimes somebody come down and fill it, right? And I got it. Well, then it got where you got the bots out there, which actually I thought they were just people with bots. I'm like, you little bastards, you guys are pissing me off. And every time you put an order in, as soon as you did, boom, 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 3 or 4 or 5, 6 bots would just jump up and outpace you. You're like, mother, I ain't gonna let you do that to me. I ain't gonna let you do that to me. So you put in a higher order in, and then boom, 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 they go right up above you immediately. Oh, that used to piss me off. And my research told me that they were market maker bots doing that. Oh, really? And I actually made 10 Bitcoin playing those little guys on an obscure coin called 42 coin back in the day, and I thought I had figured this little game out. 10 Bitcoin. Actually, I was playing it against Litecoin. I made 100 Litecoin, and then I bought 10 Bitcoin with it because there's about a 10-to-1 thing. And yeah, what happens when you have a big win and you think you got everything figured out? You lose your freaking ass and make dumb decisions, and all that Bitcoin went gone. And then you look, and we're talking about when Bitcoin was somewhere between 2 to at the most $1,800 back in those days, and it took a while to get up to 1,800. But that was, we were probably around $200 to about $600 back when Bitcoin was. And you look back now and see Bitcoin at $81,000, and you just say, how can you be such a freaking idiot? How can you be such a freaking idiot? How can you come so many times in your life to maintain being a millionaire, get there, and then lose it? How do you do that? Makes you feel like a freaking loser. But you get Bitcoin at the price you deserve, and right now it looks like the deserving are buying it at 81,300, and they're pretty gosh darn happy about it at the moment. Meanwhile, coming back over here to the chat, so I won't get too chatty over here. OG, how you doing, man? Good to see ya. Good Spanish. I have the show in Spanish closed caption tonight. Oh well, I'm not going to be speaking Spanish. I don't know very much Spanish. I'm having trouble remembering a lot of things lately. It seems like I'm fine. I hope that's not a problem. I get lost for words sometimes. Tenacious Tabby, Silver Days. Just Amber, how you doing, Amber? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I always appreciate when the ladies show up, treat them with respect. We always do. I'm always worried that sometimes that some of the atmosphere might be offensive, and I always try to be sensitive to that. And I try not to be offensive. I love having my birthday on Cinco de Mayo. The day's your birthday? Well, happy birthday, Amber. You know what? You get fireworks today. Not just anybody gets fireworks. Sean, get the fireworks set up. And a moon rocket. I hope you get a moon rocket. You deserve a moon rocket today. Make a wish. Blow out the moon rocket. That didn't come out right. That did not come. Ignore that. How are your red beans? You know, I didn't have anything Mexican today. I have been stuck doing that show all day and trying to get it all lined up and redoing things I stayed up all last night trying to do. So I haven't got much. I haven't even looked at the charts today. I probably have lost some trades and got behind and all this stuff. Let's see how we're doing over here. Don't jinx us, Road Dog. Are you more bearish or bullish tonight? I am more neutral, I guess. I mean, overall, I'm bullish because this is a great move. But we gotta be cautious about the move that we've been. You know, a lot of people have been looking at this idea from way back of a dead cat. Well, some people were calling it. That was the term that was being able to describe it then. Can I get a clean chart? Please, somebody. You have words on you. Seeing if this is, oh, were we seeing if something was respect? Oh, we haven't made it up there. Well, I can't erase you. How many Bitcoin? Can I erase you? Clearly, I need to, I think it's about time that, did we nail it? We nailed it? Did we nail it? Was it today we nailed it? You nailed your fib over here on the booby pattern? The boobies win again. It was. I feel like I always have to explain myself, and especially for the new people. All right, so let me do this. I have a running complaint with the other analyticians, technicians around here, because we're told that these are double bottoms. However, the line that goes above it, they call it a neckline. And I'm sorry, but logically that does not make sense to me. You don't have a neckline around a bottom. You can have a belt and a waistline above a bottom. Does that not make sense? Does that, I mean, is my logic gone? Is the Socratic method, is it just like thrown out the window? All right, so therefore, if this is a neckline, and we got these round things over here, and therefore we have the pasties to be, you know, because we don't want things just out. And I even got some covering over here. And what we're doing is and this is so this is the over shoulder boulder holder pattern right here, formerly known as the double bottom. But with the over the shoulder boulder holder pattern, the target is the shoulder strap right over here, 89,300. What we've been that not come up? Was that it? Yeah, that's the same. See how accurate the over shoulder the bra pattern, the bra setup is. I'm just saying it's a nice and double. All right, so now that I explained that, we can get rid of this and move on, and I'll stop being so surprised when we come over here. Every time I zoom out, I'm sorry, I gotta draw a trend line and see what the hell's going on. And when you do this is the 4 hour, and you just connect the dots. Not many people do this. Most people are looking for something else. But this one tells me a lot. We've got an open and broadening pattern. We did the partial decline. We're ready to go, baby. That's one of the signs I look for. Meanwhile, I guess other people, it depends on if you've been taught to zoom out or you've been taught to force patterns. A lot of people are being taught to force patterns. They don't know they're being taught to force patterns, but the way patterns and drawing them are taught to them, they just seem to force patterns. You can do it this way. Yeah, well, you can do that on everything. This is starting to get into angles, right? That we talked about. Do you see how the angles are respected on all this? I don't make this stuff up, people. I mean, this is all alpha over here. If you understand this stuff, you got an edge in the market, and all you need to win in the market is an edge that nobody else sees, right? And I don't know. I feel that I see things that most people don't talk about them. Some people do. Not many. So we want to apply these little basic ideas, these little mathematical ideas, because that's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in forcing a pattern. I don't want to look for something that's not mathematically there, because it will not add up. But if the geometry is there correctly, then the math is there, then we got something. And we can always look for confluence to help strengthen those ideas. 886 Fibonacci right there. Booyah! We got our target. That easy. But that's way up there, Road Dog. It's 94,000. Yeah, I know. It sounds crazy right now. Until that one day, you're like, holy crap. We kind of found ourselves somewhere up there. And I think this is where we put the note in here. Sounds crazy. Until that one day. Sounds crazy. Until that one day. When we find ourselves up there. But we are at current resistance. So are we going to break on through? We're going to come back a little bit. We're going to come down here. I don't know that. The moving averages suggest we might come down a little bit and then try to go for it again. And that's kind of what I see. Give us some time for this 200 to kind of come up there as some support. They stay through here and then take a little bounce off the 200. Or whatever else it wants to do, because I don't know what it's going to do. I mean, hell, we can just see what it's telling us it wants to do, right? And it's telling me it might want to squeeze on up right over here to this guy. Usually does. It's so close. It's already got above this guy right here, cleared its area, right? The 0.5. That was a big area. If we got rejected there, I would have been looking for either a double bottom or coming down to these basement areas on my fib tool. But yet I'm sitting here looking for about 83,400, 83,003. And then we also talked last night about this idea where it may fall short of even that, right? And that's why I'm getting about 82.9. 82,900, this area right here, a full 1-to-1 move. And that's the area that I'm testing. I think, well, I'm testing this idea. Sometimes we don't actually touch those fibs. We come just right to it. And that means, oh, we just weren't bullish enough. Or some people say, no, fixed fibs don't work. They don't work. This stuff doesn't work. I'm going to debunk this. This does not work. And it depends on, in my experience, I've seen most things work pretty good if you use them correctly. I find if you don't use them correctly, then you can complain and say, oh, that doesn't work. Oh, that's some crap. Or maybe you're just applying it wrong and say, oh, red dot sell. No, I mean, it's a sell signal. Yes, that's technically what it's called, but that doesn't mean that's what you're supposed to do right there. My bots, back when I first started training before I ever learned TA, they taught me that because I had to learn programming with indicators and learn about indicators to do it. And, oh man, that's a wild ride. Went about this totally backwards. Learning TA was so much easier than learning about all these damn indicators and trying to program a damn bot back in the 2015 or something. Jeez. Oh my lordess. And but in retrospect, when I got into TA, I was like, oh my god, you got some. I mean, I knew some stuff, I guess, that some other people in combinations that work together for indicators, the little thing, because that's how you would have to do with the bots. You couldn't just let one indicator tell your trigger signal. You had to come up with a combination of indicators, and once they're triggered, then buy. And so that brings all these different indicator strategies into play that have been proven to be effective. At least bots use them, right? Or the smart bots do, right? Grid bots, they just play the numbers, baby. But there's some very sophisticated. And I used Gunbot, and I think they're still around. A guy named Gunthy. And I'm sure he's got AI and everything packed up now. I haven't even looked. I'd like to get back into it and get those bots up and running. Good Lord, I paid some Bitcoin for it back in the day, and by today's standard, I could have a Corvette. But somehow I don't have a Corvette. I blame you, Gunbot. No. Oh, keeps testing previous resistance between 80 and 86. Yeah, we're here. We're here to just, but it keeps doing it. If we were really bearish, we would get instantly rejected. If we were really, really bearish, we would automatically get rejected. It was just something to run us up, just to take our money, and then bye. But it's not. It's more authentic than that. But paying attention to volume, I think, is going to be one of the biggest things, especially like on the bigger time frames. But now, so you got to be a little cautious with this move. Or you got to be a lot of cautious with this move. So we're getting a lot of price going up, but we're not seeing the volume. So a lot of it's not as authentic as we would think, right? So, and when you don't see the volume and you are at resistance, it's just a caution. Be cautious, because it can flip on you. It can flip on you like a dime. Some bearish divergence forming, and this whole area. The tricky thing is we got such a range of resistance all the way up to this 200 moving average and our fib area. So yeah, they're up there. All these are viable targets. Actually, the normal places we look for 83.5. So between here, we had $2,000 up that we could. So if you're trying to build a short, oh my gosh, it's too damn early. Jumping the gun. But some people trade that way. They start early. I don't know. I'm going to take a little nibble. I do that. But it works for you, and then you get caught up in drawdown. And I mean, if you did, you'd have to set a stop loss up here. You'd have to be adding into your trade every time it keeps going up and you're going down and value. And it's just better if you just wait until you get a solid sign or something, right? Until you know that you're in the right trend, because you're trying to build up a short like this, or even trying to build up a long the other way. And I do that, right? I catch myself doing that sometimes. But it's just, and then, so you start here and then add to it here, but your average position only goes up just a little bit. It's like, it wasn't even worth it. And you got to wait till you come all the way back down before you start getting in the profit. It can come up, and by then, if you put your stop loss to break even, it'll probably get you. It does me a lot that way. Tighten up my stop loss game on some of these things. Be a little bit more diligent in it. Probably use my fibs a little bit more. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me come back over to the chat here. Nice taco. Nice DG. How you doing? Tenacious Savage says, yeah, most are shorts, and I've done about a 19-hour live stream. It was nuts. Oh my gosh, that's a long time. Hey, much love to you too, my man. Much love to you. You good people. Good people. Dusty Hunt, good to see you. Tired. I've been tired all day too, man. Sitting here doing all this directing, producing, bitching with AI. AI drifts. Certain ones drift more than others, and the ones that don't drift as much or have some techniques around it, they're just too damn expensive to use, or they just, you know, your sessions don't last long enough for what you pay for. I think they're going to do enough just to get us hooked where we can't do anything without it, and crank those prices up. You know, kind of like what they did with cable TV and your cell phones and all these other things that the prices never go down on, but they should, but they don't. Your cell phone service. Crazy, isn't it? Tell me it costs more to do Wi-Fi than it does to do copper telephone wires all across the nation into every home. You would have thought that would give them a great savings there. Fiber optics, though. She was cooking with her cats. Watch out. Uh-oh. You got to pump it up to look at... You got to pump it up. Look at Solana, please. Skull Cruncher, hey, good to see you. Put that on my list over here. If you guys got any coins you want me to take a look at, let me put my little marker up so I know where to come back and look. Or else I'll get lost and spend, you know how I go, spend 15 minutes going through this chat and getting sidetracked and everything. Solana, I haven't looked at that in a minute. Boomerbo. That one's hard to say. Is that really the bottom? It's a possible bottom. There's still a chance that we could be coming back down to about 77,000, or maybe even around 58,000. That can still happen. We're not out of the woods. Like, I think I was trying to make this point, but I got sidetracked when I was doing the things, right? This is a nice start. It's a really nice start, but it's also a rising wedge shape. Kind of like this over here. It can still go against us. It can still go against us, people. And we can get caught up and have a big drop. Look, 21 moving average is at 72 down here on the 3-day. It just crossed Bullish. That's good where it crossed, but it also means we can come back down and test it, right? Bearish cross coming over here at 94. Doubtful that we get very much further than that. We can, but doubtful. If we do, we consider ourselves lucky and fortunate. And but we should be trying to. We should be trying to right now since once we started this market structure, right? We made a higher high, higher low. Next higher high to take out is this guy over here at almost 100,000. It sounds crazy, I know. But the whole thing was, the whole concept, if you remember back months ago, because as we get by and TA changes and stuff, you kind of forget those old ideas that you said, this is what could be happening though. And it is. We got an ABC correction, which if that's true, if this idea of ABC correction is true, this could be possibly over. We're ready to start rocking and rolling. We just completed a little cycle thing right there. I'll just go ahead and call it our cycle. 5-way ABC correction complete. That's what the cycle wrap up looks like. Hello. I mean, it could be. But if not, if there's a bigger correction, so this is where Elliott wave starts going. Well, oh no, you missed that. That's an ABC. And we're dropping all the way down to $18 again. Just like we did almost like in 2010. I'm waiting for $18 Bitcoin. You guys are stupid buying it at 81,000. I want to get a discount. And those become the Bitcoin haters. Bullish crosses over here. But yeah, coming up to these rejections areas like this, I think that's at 0.5. That's basically what we're looking for. that 0.5 fib, and the 382, which is right over here. So 85.5, one of these guys. So we can come up here and come down here, make a higher low, and that would be fine. That'd be retesting 68, 70, so wherever it wants to go, and come up here and do the same thing. But we also in danger if we get rejected over here, especially lower. We could be tapping these guys down there. It could happen. It could be happening. 800 moving average has not been tested yet on this time frame. Could happen. So we don't want to get too crazy about it, but there is also that one idea that Mr. Elliott also agrees with, that we do have our 5-wave correction ABC, and we're ready to start this whole thing right here all over on this side. It does this, it does the correction, and then it repeats this. In one direction or the other, the way it's set up, it would be to go to the upside. So more bullish than not. And then when you start looking at your weekly indicators and things like that, you realize, oh my gosh, this time is different in some kind of weird ass way. Let's take a look at the 2-week. We haven't done anything on the 2-week. 2-week MACD is starting to look a little bullish. I haven't got across yet like we did on the weekly. The weekly already has. That's the one that I watch and use my strategies with. I told you about the bot strategies. Combine this with stochastics at the bottom, and that's been proven to be one of the best buying places on the market. Yeah, I got your old weekly green dot over here. We mentioned it when it came up, and what's it, wait for confirmation, but looking kind of good. Bullish divergence, and this is the end of March right there. And it's been doing pretty good since, right? Elliott, let's get you off of there. All right, so is it the bottom? It could be, or part of the bottom. You know, we might come back down and just kind of make it a little bit more symmetrical. Haven says Zcash. Zcash is on a tear, isn't it? Starting to get away from me. I'm on spot margin, so I can borrow and then sell, and it's kind of like shorting. But now it's like it's starting to eat into my what I borrowed, and I'm like, uh-oh, you're trying to flip against me here. I'm gonna balance this little guy out. I'm getting a little bit too bullish for what I was doing there. It needs to get a good pullback. That would set me straight. Winnie the Pooh. We never going lower, says BB Bansbill. That's oh my God! What the hell? That's a huge list that would take me all dang day. Do I even need to write that down? XLM, hype. We looked at Gwei last night. It was kind of down. Solana, I've got that on my list. We have Morpho. Let me get these 5 out first, and we'll see if we can come down and get these virtuals. Wow, you guys got a lot list. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Is there anything else that we're supposed to do here before we do this, Sean? Anything at all?
Crypto Cowboys, moon or alimony bags. Subscribe to Road Dogg Crypto now. Like or bear eats ya. Better call Road Dogg.
She gets house, I keep ape. Fair?
No.
Crazy. All right. Jeez. Anyway. Ah, did you guys see that? All right, 4 hour is on Bitcoin. Question is life choices over here. It is getting the red dot. Just got some bearish divergence over here. She wanting to come down. Was this going to be the top, or that we've still got to see? But I think personally we're coming down a little bit to retest these areas over here. Back to those little purple line that I've got right in that area. Doesn't have to be exact, but it can be right there on point. Somewhere right around closer to 79,000 than not. That would be cool, but again, she's not broken a trend line. She's not broken the trend line, and it has not yet broken the 9-moving average. So right now, that's just a speculative hope and a dream that it might come down. Right now, she ain't showing no signs other than the red candle, which go down to smaller time frames. I don't think it's that bad, is it? Look, it's a flag to the upside. Oh yeah, you know it's gonna play out. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana. How about Binance? That sound good? 4 hours sound good. Oh, look at you. This is on 24 minute. Parabolic moving over there on that top. Ooh, you've got a nice strong move. A lot of these coins have got some nice moves going on. Oh, I know we did all that, but it gets buried over here, and just always go and redo it. Refresh the ideas. Get the local ideas out of the way first. In this nice little range that we're in. So that's cool. Let me get a few little targets here, and we'll just collect them for confluence. Ooh. Nice accumulation zone right here. Right here. When was it? 77 to $81. And then we came back and retested that recently, right? A few days ago, last week, we came down and retested that $81. That retest was one of the best buys to get in. Now we get this trend line, so we got some resistance right over here. We probably will not make it past the 618 on this first attempt here. If we do, I would expect this to be coming right over here to $100. Got to take this high out. Psychological resistance right there too. I think I already did that right. Already did this pull. Yeah. Let's see if I can dial this in a little bit. 618's up here if it's going to do a lower high from this guy. Look at your trend lines here. Didn't come near touching that. Did come back up to our. Came back for to touch this guy down here. And now we got this with the little breakout. So it's starting to look interesting right now, right? Starting to look kind of interesting. Kind of look like you almost got some confirmations, but just not quite if we give it the full little brunt right there. Just a symmetrical triangle shape. I know somebody's going to cup and handle to the upside. Symmetrical triangles, they're kind of tricky. I X them out and they kind of respect these lines until they can do good, but they're just choppy. It's more rangy when you get a symmetrical triangle. What usually plays out is more of a range than like what you're told. Look, symmetrical triangle, it's going to break to the upside. We'll be right there. And then what happens is that it does all this stuff, and you're like, and then they blame it on the market makers, whatever. And well, the market makers' fault. It was just an incorrect application of TA, I believe. And I blame that on people that are too lazy to learn and go out and start teaching so that they can make the money with trading groups. I do. Look, inverted head and shoulders. Okay, it's trend line. Even better. Doesn't matter what the hell's under it. As long as you get above the trend line, you got something. You know, you got this rule that you can go from the top of the trend line down to the bottom trend line, put it at the breakout. Boom, you got a measure move. It may not be 100% accurate. It'll get you in the ballpark. It's better than you just kind of guessing. Oh, I think I'm going to buy here and I'll sell at, I don't know, $332 sounds good. But yeah, we'll hold on to that. Check you out for confidence, Mr. What you got? 1272, baby. I'm taking you. We got a bonus target right up there. 103. Another 272. Those are good ones, baby. You strong. Your kung fu be strong. Ain't got my indicators up over here. I forget about them if I don't see them. I forget about my moving averages too, but I don't want to, man, because they tell me so much. That's why I leave them on here. I know it gets kind of messy, but if I don't have them on there, I will not look at them and get the alpha that they have to give me. And they got a lot of momentum alpha. They tell me a lot of things, these moving averages. They were telling me last night, don't go full short now. A lot of people were wanting to and doing it, and even suggest, and I understand why, and I even felt that. But the moving average was saying, that ain't a good idea. That ain't a good idea, and they were right. Well, I guess our Spanish music, our Latin music is, that was a short playlist. What? Low fees, high sleeves, says PMO. Don't you know it? All right, so we did Solana. Next one on my list is Zcash. But you guys know I'm fond of Zcash. It's getting away from me, though. It and Monero both are. Look at this. Had this little box to be aware of. We were at resistance. And it did the anomaly, what it normally shouldn't do, which is break out of that resistance line there, break out of this channel. And that's bullish. What's going on here? That's weird. Are you on log? Oh, gee, am I? Weird stuff happens when you're... Hey, man. What the hell's going on over here, man? This thing's acting crazy. Maybe I can save it. Refresh it. That chart looks like a mess. Got a fractal over here. I'm just trying to draw a line over here. There we go. Now we got it. Is it glitchy? Put here at the breakout. Possible target right here. 638. Sounds crazy. That one day when you do get a one-to-one move, that's kind of a ballsy place to put it, but hey, it is what it is. What it is. It is what it is. And there we go. There's our confirmation areas right over here. These are fib areas, by the way. I've been doing a lot more moving averages or moving measured moves over here. I've been letting the fibs do them for me for the longest time, but I'm trying to actually show you how they work too, if you pay attention. And we're talking about this. What was this? Oh, we just what the? Oh, we took this from some. Why do I have this? It looks like it came from here. I don't know why I even have that on there. But what I do know is that we had this, and we've been talking about that a long time. The harmonic pattern talked about last night too, so I'm not going to spend too much time. And we've hit all the little local targets that we're looking for now. Now we're looking for these bigger guys here, and it's almost up to its C. I know. Think back. If you're watching my show, and we were here, and we were coming down, and I draw this idea out and say, if I get something down here in these areas, gotta watch for it at either of these two areas. Then we come down here. And I keep talking about this, and that's the harmonic pattern. It's bullish, a reversal pattern. It's one of them gosh darn Gartley patterns. That's a bullish reversal and good place to accumulate, especially if it does a type 2 return, which is it hits one time and comes back and hits at least one other. We actually did did a triple bottom down here. And basically all it means is just down here it becomes the accumulation zone. So this is typical accumulation pattern. You got to wait through that, but this is saying do it. That's what this pattern's saying. And if you listen to do it, and got a bunch of it when it was $200 just on spot, and here we are doubled up, 137% gains just on spot. If you had 10x leverage, well, you're doing, you just grew that account, doubled that account or something with that move, right? More targets up ahead. We got 638 for a measured move, but I want to pull my fibs out. That's also at the 786 here. I'll take you. Color code you over here. And that 886 baby right there. And we'll keep those in mind. And if we get up there and get ballsy, we'll go to the upper room. I'll go to the attic areas that we need to go to. What attic area is that? Looks like it's going to be the 113. That'll be my take on it. Yeah. See, when I try to do something a little bit more, are you going to wait? That's probably my measure. I don't trust the measure moves as much as I trust the fibs. I'm looking for that. I think I pulled you down enough. Pull them all the way down. There we go. That was it. I didn't pull my pants. I mean, didn't pull my line down long enough. I'm getting some sweet confluence there at 906. This is on the 4 hour. Take a look at these measured moves we've been talking about. So all the time when we go through distribution, if you've been watching the channel, we go through the markup, the distribution, then the markdown phase and accumulation phase. And if you know these things, it's called market structure. And zoom out and realize that, you know, these are the good areas to do it. And if one's doing it, there's probably a lot of other altcoins that are trying to do something at bottom areas. May not be doing the same thing, but they're doing some stuff. Keep it out. We come down, we consolidate, we squeeze, we go sideways, and then we start expanding, and then we get in a channel, and now we're just blasting to the upside, and this is how the market works. The thing is, when you're down here and you're seeing the prices down here, you don't believe this. You don't see this. You don't think of that. You don't. I'm too scared, or I don't have the conviction to do something like that. This little guy says, do it. It's not just this one. XRP also has that. Let's take a look at XLM. Monero. This is futures over here. Monero's not doing quite as good as Zcash, but doesn't mean it can't, right? Doesn't mean it doesn't have something similar over here too. Oh, you went deep. You went deep ass. This one's also got an alternate that comes like way the hell down here. I think to the 272, if I'm not mistaken, which would take us into a zero free territory. But right now it's holding at that 886. This is a butterfly pattern here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Are you giving me a 1272 over here? Okay. Did you? All right, we got our butterfly pattern, and we look at. Yeah, well, this guy can actually go kind of. So typically, it goes lower than your X typically for this one, right? That's a sad thing. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. This is XLM. I'm sorry. This is XLM. I'm trying to. I feel like I'm trying to force a pattern that's not really officially there. You can get something here. I just don't know if it's this guy. I guess we went to XLM. I thought I was doing XMR, Monero. Isn't that crazy? You got the little symmetrical triangle. You got the 0272 bottom right here, which was kind of what we were just looking at with that other thing. But if you don't know, then you probably don't recognize it. But we were. I didn't know that for a long time either. I learned harmonics a totally different way than using that pattern than the way other people. I learned everything backwards in a different way. I swear, it's just weird. Got to TA, but I went to indicators first. Got to harmonics, but I was chasing down Fibonacci stuff and measured moves and ran across that. And I always see the people use these. This is this and Bearish and Gartley, and they're calling out names. And I'm like, I don't even know how that works. That looks hard to tell. I tried to understand it, and I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. But then I found out that I already knew a lot of it. I just didn't know what they were calling them, what they were naming them. Crazy. And to be honest, I still don't have them all committed to memory over here, but there are certain ones that appear more than others. But I gotta say, I'm very impressed with what I have learned from that system and added to my knowledge. And I think that's the biggest thing that you can do if you're a trader or anything like that, an analyst, is always be learning something new. And that's why I look at some of the people on YouTube and it's like they're stuck doing the same thing that they've been doing for 4 years. Okay, and you can say that all you need is one little pattern, you can play it over and over, and you can, but I don't understand their teaching though, because they're just, that's the extent that they'll ever teach. And I mean, and they teach anything. I can see these guys, and they're slowly getting better. I actually see these people that I would bitch about for the last 3 or 4 years throwing out misinformation, and I slowly see them coming around and getting tighter skills and tighter rules and starting to not do the crazy stuff they used to do. That's what this is what we do. This is the secrets. And then they're getting away from all that now because it was bullshit and crazy before and not as solid. And I think they're starting to realize that. I see them maturing as traders slowly but surely, but I just don't see them. I don't see some of them making the effort to go out and try to understand something new. And for me, that's been the real thing. Just always willing to learn something new. And even if I don't understand it, just keep trying, nibble until it starts making sense. Like Degen stuff. Oh my God. Just take it when I can take it, and apply what I can apply when I can apply it. And it slowly starts sticking. Oh my God, are we philosophizing tonight? Nasty G and Hero, what are your thoughts on Night? I haven't done it at the moment, but I can tell you if I see the chart. I was in it for a little bit. I need to go check my trades and see what's going on. Shorting ton here. Oh, I got to check my ton trade. Now that I'm monetized on here, I can finally start to trade again. Hey, congratulations, my man. I recommend, you may disagree, I recommend doing a small account. I mean, it can be a little $50, $100. Exchanges don't like me saying this because they want you to put a 500,000 or 500 to 1,000 or, up to 10, whatever, as much more as you can over there. Exchanges make their money from you. They're very good at taking your money without you realizing it because you think it's just charge it to the game, baby. No, it's going to that exchange. It's going to that exchange. Some of them are dirty out here because there's no regulation. Some of them are good. I like Blowfin. I got to say, out of all the exchanges I'm using right now, and I didn't think this, I didn't know, but I'm leaning toward Blowfin. Really leaning toward Blowfin. I see some questionable things on some other exchanges, and I'm like, oh, no wonder this account can't freaking grow. You're telling me one thing that I'm in profit, but when I get stopped out, I'm coming out a lot less than what my calculations to be a successful trader are going to be. There's a problem here, mister. Something is not adding up. And I don't care if they got fees or whatever, but I've got to know I've got to have accurate. If it's telling me, that's why I like the break even thing. Because you always hear, put your trade to break even. But you put it there and how the hell am I down $25 on this trade? Oh, fees? Oh my God. What the hell? That's supposed to be in a free trade. You can't grow an account like that. You can't do it. More than just demo trade too. I wish you the greatest luck right there, my friend. Thank you, dog. Come on over and see what we have for our membership sometimes. Lot to offer. I will try to do that. All right, so I think I made it through the. So your XLM short is looking good right now. It's just 3 days. It's below the 9, so we can talk about it. But it looks like, I don't know, man. So it looks like an accumulation, but if that harmonic pattern, I mean, there's a harmonic pattern that could be there, but it means down, and it goes down to where this one can't technically go. So you might be coming all the way back just down here in like 10 cents at some point. Bears cross over here. I don't know, man. Here's what we did the 1.27. So locally you got something. I don't know if we'll go past the 13 or 14 cent area. Locally, there's something here. It could be leading to a little breakup and come up to even up here to 20 something cents, right? I can see that. I'm just curious about this area down through here. Maybe I should look on the. Let's give it a chance. Okay, here on the daily, you got a ring dot. So if you're shorting it and you got a green, you got the buy signals over here, and stochastics heading up on the bottom, I would be cautious about your short, because it looks like it might want to come up about 16 something cents before it does roll over, if it's going to roll over again. So I would caution that. You're kind of shorting at a bottom area, a bottom range. This is where a lot of people would be actually trying to go long. Hey, maybe you're a contrary trader. Got to break out. Okay, I meant to take a look at XMR, right? XMR, Monero. This is over in Kraken. How you doing, Monero? Are you in one of the Harmonic? You know, you're not, I don't believe. Oh, we got to zoom. I'm on the weekly. Zoom the F out on Monero and look what's going on. Lordy, 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 lordy. Let's see where we get our most touches at. Kind of cut through some of them over here, but the touch area here, broke through bear trap idea there. A little bit of a bear trap or touches here if you want to define it. That's a nice strong trend line. Kind of hinting that we got a channel idea. Oh, nice. We got the angle on it. I didn't know if I was going to nail that or not. Probably should have just done it up here and then took it down there. But we got the two touches there, and then we went through it and got rejected. Look at that. That is not the mother of all swing failure patterns right there when it went to $800 and then dropped to $282. And I think that scared a lot of people off of Monero, right? I got pissed. Or was it Monero or was it Zcash? I got pissed at I think it was Zcash. Binance was fudding them when they were about 30 something, $60 and dropped them down to about $28 at one time because they fudded and then they bought it all up and ran it up. Dirty little bastards. You gotta watch Binance, I gotta tell you. I always heard that, but it's true. You gotta watch them. They're sharp. All right, I don't see an AB equals CD because we didn't respect our fibs on that idea. But I wonder if we can do something fun. No, we can't. That's not. It won't do that. I don't have anything there either that I can really see. I'm looking at for any kind of harmonic ideas to the upside, but I think we already played. Yeah, you're done. So let me pull those fibs one more time. Are we above the 618? Let me mark that area. So we've regained that guy. That's kind of cool. Oh, that way I already had you. Okay, so looking at 471 there, and then possibly 597 out of this guy. Back at the top of the little range that we just marked out there too, right? This is on the weekly. Now let's go to the 4 hour. Start looking at the momentum. This is nice. Look at that. It's a double booby pattern right over here. Here's the neckline. Here is the right boob. Here, or that's the left boob and the right boob. This is the cleavage area. If you take your tape measure from the cleavage right down to the under boob right over here, put it right back on top of the cleavage area, and then we come over here right around the neckline. Ha ha ha! This is where your neckline should be, right here. So you don't go to. Some people go with the neck first and then kind of move to the boobs, but I find you have more luck if you kind of, I don't know, it works for me. If you start at the boobs first and then you kind of work your way up to the neck. They kind of really like it if you start a little lower. That kind of gets the motor humming first, and then work your way to the boobs, and then work your way to the neck. But you know, you get your own style. You get your own little system going there. It's whatever get your motor running, I guess. Is how you got to look at it in trading here. That was what I was talking about. So that's kind of cool, but then we want to get the wild. We want to get the wild look over here. The ones that's like, oh man, that'll never happen. Go from $800 to that big drop over here. And you see our typical analysis here. We already got a line there. Oh, good. I just gotta put you the right color. No. So so we just cleared our, man, I wish I could, or we just left these zone of regret and missed opportunities over here below this line, and we're trying to head up toward this little guy right here with a little local target in the way, or in the middle there. So ultimately, we should be heading toward here, but we might find some resistance and get rejected before we get there. That's just what this kind of tells me with the measured move, and I believe that was a 618, right? That's how I got it marked. Did I mark it wrong? Shh. Bet I did. Yeah, I did. I'm sure I did. If it is a 618, it'll show up where it needs to, but I can't see that being possible. Because this is our 618 over here, that juicy target that lines up with this trend line. Yeah, there's some confluence right there. Confluence, baby. I get a lot of these little indicators ratting out price action over here, man. They snitching. I listen to them. I go arrest that price. They go get it. 598, 496, even 538. All viable targets for Monero. Sounds crazy right now until kind of think, oh man, can we play this cup and handle? What cup and handle? Ain't no handle on that damn thing. That's just a scallop pattern, man. That's called a higher high and a higher low is what that is technically called. That's something I gotta say, man. There's so many people out here that are being taught and they're teaching it. You know, it's about the shape. It's the shape. It's about some of the things that they're forcing patterns. The easiest way to describe them, rather than to make up some name or some deviation of some other pattern and force it, it's just you got higher highs and higher lows. That is called market structure. That's what happens when you are in a channel. That's good. But do I need to come up with some kind of wild ass name, some kind of drunken cup and handle kind of? No, that's people just trying to saying whatever sounds good. You'll hear me talk about these patterns. I'm saying them mostly as jokes because there's already a pattern, like the Dirty Sanchez double bottom thing. That double bottom's already been taken, but there's one that I got as a Dirty Sanchez. It's just got a particular shape. It's just easy to recognize, like Adam and Eve has a particular shape, right? My Dirty Sanchez has it, but it doesn't make that. Oh man, we're throwing typo. You come up with a whole new pattern. You got this whole thing. No, it's just me just regurgitating a different take on a double bottom and making a joke out of it. At least I tell you. Come join my course and learn what the Dirty Sanchez bottom is. That'll make you millions. Nobody else knows. It's only a secret sauce. And for $2,499 a month, you can get that secret knowledge. Join my OnlyFans footsie group. I guess I'm bitching tonight. Sounds like I'm bitching and complaining. I'm really not trying to. Hey, Dave. What's up, man? The EDH Trader. What's up, my man? Good to see you. The EDH Trader. He's also a YouTuber over here. And go give him we got 1,100 subscribers over there. 11.3 looks like. 11 videos? You already got 11 videos? And you got that? You've been doing a lot of live? Even if you've been doing live, that's good growth for doing live. It took me forever. And you don't. Have you just started this and you got 1,000 subs already? Good job. My gosh, it took me gosh, I remember streaming live for over a year before I ever made it. Well, I remember Straker probably remembers this too, because we had a Tangent wallet contest giving out the Tangent wallets, right? So I was at like a little over 900 subs, and I was like, okay, you hit 1,000, we'll give away a Tangent wallet. Man, it took like 3 months. 3 months. Felt like 3 months. 2 to 3 months. It took a long damn time to finally give those wallets away. And I swear one of the guys was in Easter Islands. I think that's the address that I saw. That I had to hook up the party so that they could do something. But I think they mentioned they were in Easter Island. I was like, wow, can they go there? Apparently it did. Are we still over here in crypto parody? I guess we are. Still got 12 subscribers. Nothing, no new ones. I'm just saying. That's a good place to subscribe. Let's take a look at Hype. Well, we got $44 on Hype. Look at you. What you doing yet? Resistance. Let's zoom out. Well, we got you all marked up. We got the levels. I'm not going to mess with those, but I will take this line out. We don't really need you anymore. This is just clutter at this point. But what we can do is, oh snap! I want you keep you. Oh, you're doing that. Okay, you did rewind it. Okay, good. That reverse button stopped working. So we connect these. We got horizontal channel idea right here. The horizontal. Best as we can get it right there. It looks like it's just a straight horizontal line would have been the easiest, but no, I had to get the one that I have to finagle. And we just carry that kind of up here and just kind of level it out, see what we got going on, respecting these angles. And we can assume, we don't have any proof of it, that the top of it's going to probably be somewhere up in this resistance area. So I'll be looking candle body close in the wick area, that little range through there. That's the place we could be headed up to, about $60. That's one thing we got going on. The other thing is taking this last little touch point and then bringing it up to our next touch point, that wick, and then more importantly, that candle body right here. Got that same kind of idea that we're looking at. Oh, look, you're at a resistance, even though it cut through here. That's like a middle. You look at it as like a middle area, and then right here, another top area. So that's how I draw channels. They got a channel tool over here. It's real cool. I can never find it, or I'd probably use it. I just like drawing them myself. Where are you? Yeah, I never can find it. Is it over here? There's a fib channel. That's not it. I never can find that thing. It's not here. Is it here? It's probably why I never use the damn thing. Are you here? Rotated rectangle? A rectangle? No, that's not you. Well, maybe I'm tripping. Oh, people use this. I never can find it. And I'm not going to sit here. Oh gosh, I think it's up here. I think it's in the line. It's in the line one. I think it's. They got parallel channel and regression trend. I think it is. This is parallel channel. I think you can draw it out like this, and then you, yeah, this is it. You can draw your channels this way, and you can finesse them, I think, and do like this. Oh, I moved the wrong one. Isn't that kind of crazy? Oh, nice. So, I mean, you could do that. I just like to do it manually. I think I'm a boomer. This is Hyperliquid on the 4 hour. Now we looked at the other things. You see the ribbon flip that we've been looking at for so long, and a lot of these coins on the 4 hour has commenced, and now we're seeing the payoff from the ribbon flip. And buying a ribbon flip is a good thing. That's what I keep trying to emphasize, is ribbons are flipping. It's trying to get bullish. We're trying to climb up the ladder of the ribbons, and here we are. Keep on going. So what the hell we got? Well, I'm going to get all these lines off because I'm basically looking. We're testing this guy. I'm looking for $50 next. Come and test these guys. Take these guys out right there at that fib. Just continue this little trend line idea that we got. It's deviating, but there's a resistance area right along there, so we might have to kind of up, down, sideways till we get up there. Take a look at Gwei. Gwei on Kraken. Film Kraken. Para film Kraken. Right here, Fada. Just right over here. We'll just draw a little line, Fada. A little squirrely line right there. Oh, it looks so nice, it does. So nice and pretty. You know, Look some hoes with that one right there. All right. Deviating from that. Cool. Peek it from this one. Secondary trend line. Deviating from that one. Well, I got an interesting over here. Crazy wick. Oh man, I don't know how to play that wick. I mean, technically, but I think it just depends on what exchange and stuff that you're on. Does it matter? It's kind of testy. You're kind of like, I don't know. It'll either work or it'll either be accurate or it'll be not. If it is accurate, then we got to say 17 cents is could be your bigger. Sounds really crazy to be saying this right now. Opportunity, your zone of regret and opportunity. I guess if we come up to 41 cents, you would be saying, man, I could have got it at 13 cents, but it felt really high to buy since it was just already 2 cents not long ago. Kind of hard to get out of that psychological trap there. You buy higher when you've seen it lower. It's one of the things that I struggle with sometimes. Nice little channel idea going up this way. Me, I would probably be looking at these little lower guys over here and playing the lower plays here. And yeah, I gotcha. I'm getting some ideas right here, right at 17, almost 18 cents right there. We're at 13 right now on the 4 hour for Gwei. After she can get through this little area of chop over here. Lots of nice little roundies going on. It's not an inverted head and shoulders. I don't ever teach anybody that. And then the complex inverted head and shoulders. It's just price action going sideways, making some scallops, because inverted head and shoulders are a bottom pattern, and this is clearly at a top resistance level. These guys go down here. The other sides are the ones that you look over here going the other way, right? That trips people up, man. I remember when that used to trip me up. You'd see them both ways. Don't know how to draw it because somebody explained it that way. I don't know anymore. I'm confused. So I don't trust my TA anymore. Nice little breakout of that trend line. That's pretty bitchin'. What do you got going on here? What have you got going on right here? Almost up there. I don't know how accurate that'll be. 16.3 cents. Have we got, is that a 113? No. All right, Gwei, I see about 17 cents trying to work up there. Let's take a look at night. I remember that one off the top of my head. And Kraken again. We're on Kraken. We've been going an hour and 37 minutes. I've just been talking too long. Falling wedgie kind of shape over here on the local. And they just keep on wedging until they decide to break out. The scary thing is about 75% of the way to the falling wedge or triangle pattern. And if they're shallow like this one, it's like it'll never end. So kind of a hard play. We've already got all the fib levels. Let me make sure that they're still accurate. These are all the red ones are 236 areas. Oh, they're off now. We got to clear it all out. You just went down lower, didn't you? You're in an interesting area, but you've been here before. You went down lower. Maybe this is it. This is at a turnaround area, kind of like what we're at Bitcoin at resistance. This one's at that same level at support. It's kind of like doing the opposite of Bitcoin right now. What Bitcoin is fighting this Fibonacci level as resistance, while this one is looking at it for support. So that's kind of interesting. And it came down lower than its low over here. And there could be an argument that could go down a little bit lower to 2. It could be working its way down there. So got to keep that idea open. But until that day, let's assume and make an ass out of you and me at the same time so we can be in this together. That 5 cents might be a glorious little test area. Maybe. If we got bottom in, right? We don't know, but we're just assuming. Making asses out of ourselves over here. We got a little confidence over here. It might be. If I get confidence on my 236s, then I feel more confident that we got a bottom in. I'm seeing stronger confidence. I don't think there's confidence, but there's a little something there. So those are some good targets to be looking at. 3.8 cents, 5 cents. We're at 3 cents right now, and turkey's starting to yawn over here. Uh-oh. I think we had a flash out right there. Not really sure what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time once more when we do have to do a little slight commercial break, and our sponsor, Milfy Cereal.
She a MILF, part of a well-balanced diet. Every morning, yeah, you know I gotta try it. Yeah. Pour it up, Milfy cereal in my bowl. My bowl. Mom's in life forever, that's good for my soul. For real.
Milfy Cereal, get yours today.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Buzz is hard, another signal in the black. One more coin flashing, pulling me right back. Funds getting low, but the
Let me know if the music is too loud or anything. We got a super chat or something going on.
Baller alert.
We got a baller alert. Oh my gosh! Maddie Ghost! Morpho! You're getting choked up over here over this. Maddie Ghost, you're the man. You're the man. A $10 super chat. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate you that you did. You support the channel. Let's make sure that we get to that right now over here. Morpho, take a look at that. Morpho. Let me turn the music down just a little here. Let's see, we got it. Oh, look at you, 229. Possible double bottom scenario going in there. Neckline, need to take this guy out at 289, 290, right? Breakout happening, retest maybe. Already happened. See what it does. Let's see if we can define that. Shaboma, yeah, there's a nice little breakout retest right there. Some of you can probably see things like that before you even draw lines. And some of you might be sitting here thinking, what the fuck? How the... Wait, where did that come from? And what I gotta say is, the more time you spend doing this, you just can see things without having to draw them out. You can get to where you can, you know, kind of guesstimate where your fibs are, and you can look at these things bare bones after you've done this for a while. Moving averages, well, you know, kind of, they're a thing of their own, unless you're some kind of math freak. I'm not. But, yeah. So what we got going on here about this 50% area, retesting that, and then we'll be looking for 886 right over here, and a 113 is basically what my rundown was going to be. I'll just tell you ahead of time before I draw it. Oh, it's a 618. We're at the 0.5, and then our 886 level right here. And we're approaching this guy, so we got to see what happens, but it shouldn't be trying to take this guy out right over here. So might get a little resistance here in the short term. That's cool. That's acceptable. We just don't want to lose the major trend line, right? Once we start getting up there, we don't want to lose the trend line that we're on. We got this nice, you got this nice little thing working out here. You got a little 5-way. Oh crap, that is a 5-way structure. Are you going to lose it? You might, yeah. Well, let's look at this idea.
Let's do this.
The bigger 5. There's a bigger 5-way structure trying to happen too. I'm just looking at the smaller one. No, you can't be. You can't be. This. You're lower than this one. That's not it. This is not a 1-2. That's not a 1-2 because this guy is lower than that. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4. That sucks. It could. Elliott, is that how you're counting this? Because you count things weird. I wouldn't doubt if you count it that way. Oh, that's weirder than what I thought. I didn't even see that coming. I'm like, I don't even know how that applies, Elliott. I mean, we're over here now. If you haven't, we're not over here anymore, Elliott. I'm just trying to catch you up to. Elliott's going to crack. I swear he is. Sometimes you have to zoom and go to a different time. There we go. Go to a different time frame, and then he kind of sees. You did count it that way, you little freak. I figured. No, you did some weird stuff. What the hell are you doing, Elliott? He's doing what he's. This has got to be one of them. Is this one of those flat things? Is this how? There, you have no XYZs and stuff. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC correction. I've never seen you do two things in the same time. And then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Well, okay. I see what you're doing. This is okay. Imagine this. Imagine this is Bitcoin on the weekly. Imagine this. Seriously. Can we get these guys out? Because it's a lot like Bitcoin on the weekly for what is done. It's if it's got this little 5-wave structure and it's got its ABC correction. That's where we are on Bitcoin now. And then it starts doing another 5-wave structure. And put Elliott back up there. I don't know if you guys can see this because it's blue. He counted it weird as F, but we'll just go with him. I mean, he's the expert. 1, 2. You got your 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 hump, and a dump. That's that. When you hear me say that, 1 hump, 2 hump, 3 hump, and then a dump. You get three pumps and a dump, or you get 3 dumps and a pump. 3 humps and then a dump, or 3 pumps. I call them humps, but that's my Elliott wave in a nutshell. And I think that's the very basic thing that helps you know that hey, there might be one more push up. That's how it's helped me. And then you lose it, and then probably coming down, but not too far. And where do we come down? Usually around the 618 for these little guys, right? Doesn't always have to touch it. It didn't touch it here, just like Bitcoin has not touched the 618 on the weekly, and yet this happened. Do you see the parallels here? What we're doing is we're looking at price action, how price action behaves. And we're seeing right here, it's normal. It doesn't have to come down and touch that 618 to get that other wave thing, right? You see, and what this 5-wave structure does in the little correction, it makes this a whole wave. Like this was a 1, 2. It makes this like a 1, 2 or a 3, 4. It makes it a bigger thing. That means there's another bigger one coming, right? So if we zoom out, oh God, Elliott. He's going to go crazy. He'll be looking at 1, 2, 3. He'll be getting something crazy over here. But does that make sense? Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense to people. And some people are like, we already knew that, Road Dog. Gosh darn it, just get to the dang coin I asked for. Yeah, we can do that too, I'm saying. But that's good. So so when you zoom out, you don't see all that stuff, right? It just looks like, oh man, that's just that. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what he was saying. You zoom out on the daily, it's like, I don't see all that noise. And that's what it was, noise, but the noise means something. Now you see the 1, 2, 3, I'm going to guess here, 4, 5. But the point I'm trying to make is, pretend this is Bitcoin on the weekly because we're doing the same structure. And it did not come down to the 618. It didn't have to. It just had to respect the trend line idea, however we got our touches and everything, and bounce, and then take out that high. So on that note, I am coming back over to our weekly Bitcoin chart so that we can kind of see. Do you see it? 1, 2, 3, however we count it. Elliott, get off of here. You're on crack. But Elliott sees it too, right? 5 ABC. And we did not. We should have looked at the 200 moving average over there. We did not come down and touch the 618. Is it possible? Can we go back there? Can I get a reverse? Can I have to undo all this to get it? I'm lazy that way. I'll still click you to get you, I guess. That's big. No, you're not going to give it to me. What were we looking at? Was that Gwei? Was that Gwei or Night? Hell. Was it Gwei? It wasn't Gwei. Or was it? Oh, it was Gwei, wasn't it? Gosh darn it, I'm so confused. It wasn't you. Or was it? Oh my gosh. What was the other thing? Was it Night? Was that the one on Kraken? Oh, was it you? Oh hell, I don't even know now. I can't even get back there. But anyway, on the doing the same thing on Bitcoin on the week. I just want to take a little fractal and put it over here, but on the other one, it went right up. It was going on its third wave. Now imagine if Bitcoin is doing that. We've completed the C wave structure, 200 moving average, and we didn't have to touch it. We could still, but we may not. As you can see from the other ones, as normal price action, it's completed this little wave. Morpho, was that what we were looking at? Gosh darn it, see how my... I don't know what the hell. I don't know what would give me short-term memory loss at all. It was Morpho, wasn't it? So, to answer your question, well, Matty Ghost, I'm sorry I got on a tangent there, but Morpho looks pretty good. But I just think, it was this one, right? I don't remember what time frame we're on. Here we go. Yeah, and we zoomed out to the daily, and that's why it took all the noise. All right, I'm good. We're back. That is a little weave. We kind of weaved. I just kind of went all over. I went in a circle. Oh, you're changing your mind over here. What's this? What's this crap? What are you getting buried? You suck. This was it, right? Oh my God. All right, I had something really cool. I'm sure this was it. This is it. Yeah, if I were a correction, then we start to do is we're going. We go. We're coolio again. We completed a wave. That's cool. And you are so bearish, Elliott. Come on, dude. I mean, for real, can't you appreciate that he got a breakout, got a level? He took out this guy over here, he took out that guy over there. You know, we connect the dots here. Look, Elliott, you don't think he invites us support over here? Elliott's a party pooper, and that's why we don't invite him to Thanksgiving dinner anymore. I'm telling you, and he steals the silverware. He does. Yeah, watch Elliott. He's a crackhead. Elliott, the crackhead indicator. Ladies and gentlemen, only here on the Road Dog Crypto Show. Elliott, the crackhead indicator. Look at this nice little price structure. This is what I like. A trend line and a breakout and retest. I'm like, oh hell yeah. Your pattern traders would be connecting the dots over here. I mean, the ones that zoom out. The ones that are stay on that 1 minute, and you're finally starting to figure out that it doesn't tell you the future. Oh my God. Well, I used to do that, but now I get on the bigger ones. And I'm like, oh my God, really? You're swearing up and down. It told you the damn future here. I'm sorry, people. I'm just bitching. I think I get irritated when I see people take advantage of new people, because I was one of those new people, and I do feel like I was taken advantage of in the first trading group I got to an extent. I mean, it pointed me in a direction. I got at least an orientation. I needed that. But my real learning came from outside of that trading group. I didn't stay in there more than the 6 months I paid for. It was teaching me more bad habits than good things, such as getting in a bunch of coins, because they will list out 10 to 20 damn altcoin trades a day for you to I guess the idea is to give you variety to get you in, but you're like, I don't know which to get in, but all you're seeing is them posting up the ones that made 80% gains, 200% gains. We're killing it. Come join our group. And I'm like, I'm in your group. And this one's down 60%. This one got liquidated. This one over here, I don't even know. And there was one that, I got 5% after I got in at your setup. Hey, I don't know how you got 58%, but I only got like 13 out of it. I made 12 cents on that trade while you're claiming like you're buying a new Lambo, so whatever. But I mean, think about it. I mean, this guy, he's no longer with us, but he had up to 4,000 people in his group at one time. On average, somewhere around 2,000 to 2,500 people the time that I was in it. Now, imagine 2,500 people. Let's do the math here. Imagine this, man. I mean, you want to know how to get rich in crypto. I'm telling you exactly. I'm giving you the game plan. You get rich in crypto. You start a trading group. You sell people this little thing that you come up, and it can be as simple as a triangle and a stick on it telling you the measure move, and swear to gosh, and talk yourself up and everything, and be, I guess, a polarizing personality. You piss people off and make people fall in love with you at the same time, and you just work it both ways. But imagine that you got 2,500 people, and they paid you $100 a month on average, or they could pay by the year with a little discount. But let's just figure 100. All right, 25. This is for 1 month. Wow, imagine making $250,000 a month, and all you got to do is just have a little Telegram group, a little paywall behind it, and and then you just come over here and you come. Whoops, I can't move those, can I? I just added this over here. I don't want to go into his room by accident. Maybe I should put that in a separate place. But they'd have a little place, kind of like what we do over here. They wouldn't be as detailed as all of this. Sometimes my mentor would have some things over there, but there'd be people and mentors and that would be posting charts, and you see a little chart, but you would see like 5, 10, sometimes 20 a day a lot of times. And then all you would ever see is on the vanity wall, or them talk about it, and when you go shy, well, it worked out on it. Listen to this. I'm telling you, this is it. Oh, well, do that. But your mileage varies very greatly. You're seeing the very best. You're seeing the sunshine and rainbows, and not the real life of how the stuff actually goes down. You can take out this high over here at 317 on Morpho. Looks like good. Matty Ghost, I like Morpho. If you're in it, man, looks like you did good. It's got a retest over here. It's flipping the ribbons. I'm on the 12-hour here. I'm on bigger time frames, and it's got strength. I don't even know what this is. It's above the 9. There you go. You're on the weekly and you're above the 9 moving average. Baby, everything is justified. I mean, it would suck if it came back to touch that 9 or the 21 short term, but overall it's saying we're trying to go up, baby. I can do it from here. Touch bodies, wick. I do it from here. Oh, look at that. Got respect on those wicks right there with that angle. We found the channel right now. Yeah, 260. I'm looking for 260. No guarantee. No refunds either. But 886. May take us a little while to get there. This is on the weekly, by the way, right? But look at you on the 36 minute. I mean, even on smaller time frames, it's trying to go up there. So congratulations, Matty Ghost. Hopefully that's giving you, I don't know, my take on it, at least some target ideas and at least an explanation as to why they may be hit. And how I come to that. I can even get this one. Let me check and see if it's viable first. It's got a chance. It's not ideal, but there might be. You might have something right here. So we got any kind of confluence. I'm gonna go ahead. I usually just put them right back down to the if they should go to. If I put it in the price tag, oh, it does. Or is that where? And that was it. We do have some confluence with that 886. I am leaning into that $2.60 area right there. Let's come and take a look at Bitcoin at $81,428 right now. Just fighting that resistance like it should do on May the 4th. Be with you. Oh, it's the 5th today. Taco Bell Tuesday and toilet paper day, and it's a good thing. Starting to crave tacos right now. Dang it! Taquitos. I like the taquitos. Give me a handful of taquitos. 83.6 if we can get up there. But look, isn't that a shoulder, head and shoulder? Not in my book, but there's a possible topping going. It's definitely bumping its head against something right there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Well, that's more than a triple top. We're on small time frames, and this is what we call noise. Tis what is called noise. And the people that zoom out to 4 hours and stuff like that will say, hey, it's because you're listening to a lot of noise there. That noise can make you make some stupid choices. I'm just saying, you're above the 9. You would see your first signs of it falling apart over here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that. But even over here, they got some bullish crosses going on over here. You trying to retest? I like you. I think you're trying to do something. Came in flushed out here. I know. Lower, high, whatever. Whatever. We'll see how it plays out. You're at resistance. If it gets rejected, well, that's normal. But Bitcoin. I think you just playing us. I expect you to come down. I expect you to keep. I think we're heading closer to 83. May not actually hit 83, but we're trying. We're trying. How are you looking on the 4-hour right now? A little bearish. Got a red dot over there. Stochastic's coming down. She's trying to pull down right now a little bit, trying to, but she ain't doing a good job of it. Not doing a good job of it at all. Chip scammy cup in handy, says Nasty Gene. Yeah, you know. Let me come over and check this wanky ass week's account. Oh, look, you're in the green. Oh, wait a minute. It's got to update. It's probably on the red. It takes it like, yeah, you can't trade instantly over here. I get pissed off about it. I got to sit here and wait for you to catch up and give me a chart. What's going on, Weeks? How is this a fast trading? How is this a good trading platform when you act this way? By the time you figure out what's going on, I can be over here blowfin looking at a chart. Well, I'm impressed because this stuff wasn't looking as juicy a few minutes ago when I looked at it. I haven't looked at this stuff all day long. I think I just glanced before the stream. I got some profit taking to do over here. This ton trade that I'm in, somebody said they're taking a short on ton. That's probably my cue to look and see if I need to be taking profits on you, ton. I'm on what, the 3 minute? You just been pumping up right now. Oh, right. Yeah, ton. We talked about this last night. The reason I'm in a ton trade. Oh, what the hell is this? I don't know how to fix this. Dude, I just did something. Holy, what did I do? I don't know what I just did there. I'm just gonna refresh. Now you're like Weeks. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I don't know what I did over here. And your own log, get off of that. Oh, you got all my stuff over. This is all, that's weird. I'm not, this is awkward. Now, they got a chart for every position I got open. Well, right now, I really need to see ton clears up, and I have a problem because there are 8 of you on my screen, and I don't know how to get you off, dude. Was it here? Oh, I hear. Jeez. Boomer. All right, we got it. We're good. So, ton. We found a harmonic pattern, and I found a harmonic pattern, and probably found it late or whatever. I don't know, but I said, I'm going to get in because she's down here. I'm like, let's go, or wherever we were. My average price is right over here. I should probably take some profits. We talked about this last night. How come there's not a stop loss? Sean? Damn it, Sean. So ton, $2.16. Might I get to 257? I don't know, but gosh darn it. I know I'm up, but I don't have as much in here. It's a tiny trade, but that's a lot more than what I started out with. If I'm up 153%, I got to come over here and take some profit. And I think, should I take 25? Does that sound, you're getting greedy, yeah, I don't know, man. If it pulls back, I want to add to it, but I think I'll just let you let her ride, as little as it is. All right, so we did the responsible thing over there. Our whiff trade finally got some traction. Our little 5x whiff got in at 17.8. I think I've added or took, I don't know. I think I took in some profit on it. If I've been a good boy, I took some profit, right? Oh, look, I did. Oh my God, you're a tiny ass trade. How did you get to be so tiny? Why are you so tiny? Why are these trades so tiny? Took profit? Jeez, you're never going to grow this kind of. You can go so tiny. What's going on with you, Whiff? Ooh, Whiff, what do you got going on over here? You broke a trend line. You broke a trend line. We gotta finesse this one a little bit. On the 4 hour over here. Well, look at that shoulder, head and shoulder. Is it? Or that? I mean, we're at a bottom. We're trying to look at a top. I mean, we're at resistance. I can get some mileage out of it. I'd be looking. I would try to force this one if I was going to force one. And we're still breaking trend lines, no matter how much leeway I give them. 200 moving average, try and test it. I think it's going to range around there for a little bit. Oh, this is Kite? This is Kite Crypto. Oh, I'm down on you. Have you got a stop loss? You need your stop loss? Need your ass kick if you didn't need a stop loss? What's wrong with you, mate? Can't be out here doing things without using a stop loss. Bloody hell. 13, 18? Can I do that? Take profit stop loss orders for the entire position are already set. Well, not according to your little thing over here, mister. I wanted some accurate information. Can we get that? And bigger trades because... Oh, QQQ finally up. It went negative yesterday. I have no Bitcoin trade. I guess... Did I get stopped out? What the hell happened over here? Like I said, I have not been doing anything over here today. Okay, our ton trade... Oh, we had to take profit. Or I did take profit. Yeah, okay. That's why you're so small, because I took half of you. I may have done that last night or something. Was that last night? I bet it was. And whiff. I just closed that one. Oh, it was 2 days ago. So I did it here on stream. Okay. I just forgot. Well, then I haven't... Okay. There hasn't really... Nothing's really happened over the last 2 days other than that. This guy, I don't know what's going on over here. How we doing over here? A lot of little stop outs, but they're all within my risk tolerance. They're all within my set. That's what I don't mind my losses. The only losses I'm embarrassed about are the ones that go beyond my 1% or probably 2% at this point. For thing 1% based on a $100 account. So I'm not, as long as I can stick with that rule, I am great. This was right on the cusp right there. But you can see the ratios of the wins to the losses. I mean, the losses are small, and a lot of the wins are small too, just kind of canceling things out. But every once in a while, you'll get one that's bigger than what it cancels out. And, you just try to slowly stack that and control your risk. And the only way you can do it is stick to a good stop loss program and try not to go over it. And it's so hard because that little Degen says, just this once. You got another trade to offset. You got all these little rationalizations. I do. Rationalizations going off in my head. Why we can make this work out? We can balance it out, man. Come on. Take a chance. Go ahead. That little gambler thing. I think that's what it is. It's the gambling bug. It must be a gambling bug. I never considered myself much of a gambler, but I think I could. I got addicted to quarter machines, though. When I was a young one. You put the quarter in, it slides the little things backward, and then you win a bunch of quarters. And I was like, I kind of like this. I think we can make this happen. Oh, well. And now look what I've become. Just a crypto gobbler. A crypto gobbler. Hey, Chad, how we doing? There's people here? That's crazy. 75%. Do all your long-term swing trades on the 1 minute never fails law. I'm processing that question because you said swing trade on 1 minute, so that's where I'm having a conundrum. So I'm tempted to say that's satire's humor. The 1 minute, it has its uses, and I do watch it a lot. But I mean, I've always said your rule, and then what you see me do when is I work my way down. It's always working. I want to know what's going on in the daily. I want a large time frame, a middle time frame, and then a smaller time frame. And give me the gist of what's going on. Show me that I'm not trying to buy into resistance and flag to the upside at resistance, because that's what happens to the 1 minute traders a lot. They don't zoom out. They're too busy trying to squeeze things in. It's noise. It's noise. But it's informational noise. If you know that you're at resistance, if you know that you are at these points, you can follow things like these moving averages or even price action and see when it's going to give it up. And you can nail in those entries on these smaller time frames, even down to the 10-second. Well, there's been times we've been over here trading Bitcoin on the 10-second charts, but it's because it moves slow at those times, right? Oh my God, it's like watching paint dry, like now. Look, the 10-second chart, not as hard to trade as you would think, but it's not accurate. It'll make you forget what the 15-minute said, which could be bullish. It might make you forget what the 4-hour said, which could be bearish. And you can get really tied around, and you can lose your coordinate. You can lose your orientation on the 1 minute. It's the best way I can think to put it. It'll get you dizzy, like you spinning around in circles, and then you can't walk a straight line when it comes to the bigger scope of things. You're just like, ah. But using it properly, always relying on the bigger things to make your decisions and not doing what the 1 minute tells you to do all the time without confirmation from the bigger time frames. And for some people, I mean, just depending on how long you've been into trading, that makes sense or it doesn't, right? Sometimes you got to hear something 100 times before, oh, it finally, I did. You know, you hear people talking about it, but I'm like, yeah, I don't do that, so I'm not interested in it. I'm not going to process it. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't use that indicator. I don't do that. I'm not interested. And a few years later, something come around, and then you hear, and it clicks with something else, and like, oh man, maybe I should have been doing that. Or thinking about it, or looking at it. I don't know. I mean, you hear what you're ready to hear for, and I guess on everything. Do you still have gas, or was that Sean? I'll always blame gas on Sean. That's just a given. Just being complete transparency. I believe in being transparent. Yes. Anything that goes wrong here on this channel gets blamed on Sean. And it's always his fault. You suck, Road Dog. Shut up, Sean. Wedge just cooking seafood. With the marker finally moving. The meme coins look like they are. Of course, makes sense, doesn't it? Now, do you guys know about the other indicator, like the Dogecoin indicator? I mean, there's a pattern that Doge and therefore the meme coins start taking off before Bitcoin starts moving, or they kind of move a lot in conjunction with each other, right? I wonder how we're doing on our meme coinies over here. Can we look at we can do that, right? Change categories. What categories are popping off right now? We want to, I guess, go with the 20. Is that it? 24 hour. That's like quantum resistant coins, Zcash, and really? Okay, I think it's Zcash, pretty sure. Zero knowledge, ZK knowledge. Looks like they're doing. All of them are doing good. Look at this is altcoins, baby. All the sectors over here, they've been up. This is the last week. This last week, they're all up and to the right, 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 up and to the right. Morpho ecosystem. It's got an ecosystem. I am not familiar with Morpho. And the privacy coins. Storage is getting some. Not much. I'm surprised I'm just not seeing the memes. Here's the memes down here. That still looks pretty good if you look over here what we got. Altcoins are amazingly strong right now. They could be at resistance, but we did see where we thought they can get a little bit more traction. And our gainers and our losers on the top 1,000, that's too crazy. I mean, if you can find some stuff and it's risky as hell, you can do that. Lab, so right now it's just basically chasing Lab right now, in my opinion. It's got AI, that one. 82 cents, Sky AI. What the hell? Wasn't I trying to get in on that? Did I get stopped doing on the Sky? I don't remember seeing that. Is this is Binance? Look at you, 84 cents. And what's happening here? Right? I mean, it depends. I mean, if I can point this out, it depends on how you come to this market and look at things, right? You come in and you see something, and usually what I see is small time frames, zooming in, and then the first thing to look at, the first thing that kind of makes sense to some people is to, a flag or something, right? Trying to figure out some kind of flag, but we're zooming in, or they're talking about the trend line, and they're going very local, right? Going very local on this trend line. But it now take these things and look, probably a V-shaped cup and handle, a douchebag is what I would call it, more than a cup and handle, a douchebag, and maybe, I mean, but you can do that. But what if you just zoom out? What if you just zoom out and you get the real picture of what's going on? I see strong ass trend on that 9 moving average, right? And then I connect the dots that I do have. See that we had a nice little bear trap idea and retested it. That's a very strong trend line right there. And if we lost it, I'd be looking at that. But connecting the dots like we're supposed to, or the top of the candles, and then we go over to our little basic shapes, as they would say in our class, cheat sheet over here, I guess. Which one does this look like? It's the one that's rising up, right? It's bearish. It's got a 52% chance to break to the downside. It's a bearish pattern. It's bearish, but you know what? When you're in it and bouncing off of them, they fun as hell. But they usually end up breaking down to the downside or just kind of fizzling out, right? They get to where they don't come up and meet this top trend line. Once you see them not reach it, that's when it's starting all over. It's probably over. And you probably completed your little, you'll see this pattern happens when we're curving. Happens a lot when they're curving. And when buying bottoms, this is one of the big things that I look at for bombing patterns. I guess we're teaching tonight. I thought I was going to get away from it. But Sky AI, so I got 111 and 126 for possible targets. It's got to break this trend line and get up there. I don't know if it will or not. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. And we're at that resistance. It's where it gets kind of tricky to determine that stuff. We're getting all the little upper levels that we're doing for our local higher highs and higher lows as we climb structure, channel structure, whatever, right? There's some other possibilities here. Let's see what it has done and what it could. Oh, you got a 0.5? Like, did you AB equals CD? Looks like you're doing it right now. Or you already did it? You went up to that area? But not taking us right up to that 1.15. Wouldn't have beautiful, you could have played it as that. And a bigger idea. Let's take this one and see if we got anything. Where did you pull back to? 310. You weren't perfect. I wouldn't play you as an AB equals CD. Don't really meet my qualifications. So she just on a trend. You just own her trend. That parabolic move. Sky AI. Wow. Too high for me to buy. We'd be chasing at this point. So within this broadening pattern, we're starting to see it squeeze, and now it's starting to make a rising type wedge. Let me take these guys off over here. And that has a 60% chance to break to the downside. And it's kind of a shoddy one that we got here on the 4 hour, but the concept is a rising channel. A little bit more of a channel shape on this one, right? It respects more of an actual channel here than one squeezing. That's pretty good. So when I'm presented with these ideas, I mean, I know this is not the best place to buy. And you know what usually happens? There's usually a down day. Or maybe this is that one special time is what we always tell you. That little voice says, no, this is let's go ahead. This might be it. It's going to do it this time. But more times than not, it's not. And we end up draw down or stop down. And there's a better place if we're just patient. And patience is the hardest damn thing in trading. Hardest damn thing, I think, in trading right there. And so then some people have some strategies that require a lot of patience, right? And I got some people here on YouTube, and they have strategies that technically would require a lot of patience. Now, I think you can degen in and do things like that too. Probably more prone to do it because you have to be patient. I don't know. I can't do that. I can't trade that way a lot. It's hard. It's hard to. But the people that do make the most money, they do have a great deal of patience when it comes, or rules to help them be patient. And for me, the closest thing I can do is, well, what the charts tell me. Hey man, just take a pass on this one and see if we get a chance. If you get a chance, it's better to buy towards the bottoms than it is the top or whatever. Even though for some people it's just like they got above the level, or maybe it has a clear candle above it, and that would be better. Just because it gets above a level doesn't mean anything, but if it shows some confirmations, you might have something, but it can still, there's always a resistance level near, right? After you get a breakout, something, there's always a resistance level near that could trip you up, and you get the little fake outs, and then, oh, should have just waited, right? Or played the chart to the downside. Oh gosh, that's another one. I'm building a short. Maybe. I mean, you can. At least with a short idea, you would have a better risk reward, right? A short idea, you know if it goes any such higher that, well, that's a bad idea. And you can get some 8 to 1 risk reward ratio or something crazy, 5 to 1, 4 to 1. But if you're trying to long over here, oh my gosh, look how that goes against you though. You gotta to reasonably, I mean, you can put a stop loss here, but you're very likely just be giving that money away. Price goes against you, breaks the trend line, could be. That's one way, but wherever it invalidates your idea, I mean, you can definitely get in here and take a lower risk. That's how I would do it. And it would be within my little 1% stop loss. But if you're trying to do it and put your stop loss down here like you technically traditionally would do, like on the 1 hour, that's kind of a general rule. You put your stop loss below the latest low, or even better, the one before it. Well, then you got no risk to reward ratio. You got nothing. This is not a trade to get in if you're going to go by those traditional rules. And they're good rules. They will keep you from getting stopped out. But we want that big position. We want that high leverage. And that requires this. That requires that. And that's more likely to get stopped out than this one. But if your spot or extremely low leverage, you can do these kind of plays. Maybe you're playing a longer day game. It's not the fast action, it's the slow game, and it makes more money. If you're right. Look at you, my man. This is what? This is Sky AI. I'm stuck on Sky AI. I don't know why I'm not even in it. Nice Ichimoku cloud. I like what I'm seeing right there. Have we been going 2 hours yet? Probably 3. 420 zone was the confirmation to go long on the breakout. If you got in lower, that was great. 700-ish is like the high. So take some off the table there. 420 zone sounds like a great place to either take some things off or put things on the table. That's what I'm looking at. Fibs say just under 100. What are we talking about though? Bad dog using fibs. Fibs are awesome. I'm thinking about putting together I've been saying this for a while, but I mean, it happened a bit. But I want to do a video that kind of does go over fibs. And get that out there and I would probably put it in the membership area though, but to really kind of break down the fibs and stuff. But right now it's just a game plan. But I remember when I was trying to learn about Fibonacci that I couldn't find any good information about it. All you would see is just that basic stuff, you know, you got your Fibonacci and, well, you just see wherever we bounce and, well, there we are. And hopefully you're always looking, and when I first got into it, the only one thing everybody's looking for is 618 in the golden pocket. And that was it. And still sometimes you hear that, but not as much anymore, right? Not as much anymore. And that's a good start. I mean, it's a good starting place, but there's so much more to Fibonacci. And you combine Fibonacci with measured moves, and that's what really starts unlocking it. Zcash. We already did Zcash, and I got the alpha on Zcash. She goes to a big harmonic pattern. She's going up. She's already at her C part target right there. And actually, I think we went over it every night. So I've definitely got some in-depth stuff discussion on Zcash. So it'd be best for me to go to something else I haven't already covered tonight here. Well, damn, kiss me on the lips and call me mommy on board. Just damn it, that's funny. Ah. Slap me like a teenager. Elliott parties are too much for Cinco de Mayo. Oh no, actually I agree with Elliott on this one. Oh, which one was it? Morpho or the Bitcoin thing? Milky Sewer is my favorite sponsor. And again, shout out to you, Matty Ghost. You're still here. Give me a shout out for that. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. $2 worth of Breakout. I really got to stay on top of this chat over here. I'm got kind of behind. I forget I have a tablet right here for the purpose so I can follow it. And Mad Dog says, if you've been looking at Zcash, yeah, we did look at it. And if you rewind, it's worth, or catch last night's stream, because I went over the same thing on the bigger plan of why it's good. And XRP, I'll tell you, we'll go to a different one that's doing something similar. How's that? Take a look at XRP, because I'm not a fan of XRP. I'm sorry, but I've just never been a big fan of XRP. It's just boring AF, and you can't deny that. But it does have one of these patterns. And if you've seen what Zcash did the same thing, and you see where it's at right now, right? So, but Zcash was doing the exact same thing at one time until it wasn't. So, and there's several of these coins. If we're zooming out and looking for this, they're there. And there's like XRP is, believe it or not, XRP is still early. It's boring AF. It's got too damn many tokens. All right, that's its problem. It's got too many tokens. That's why it moves like molasses. It takes a lot of money to move that humongous market cap that it has, because it has so many tokens and so many people saying it's going to $586. I don't know, man. But I don't know about $586, but I can see it coming back up to 360 again. Maybe with a chance to go higher, honestly. How much higher? We'll just take a quickie. We'll take a quickie estimation right over here. I could have just pulled the fib, I guess. This is a 113 is what I'm looking for. 272. There. $4.38. If the fibs are going to be accurate with this, and if we do get a higher high, this does not guarantee you get a higher high. It doesn't guarantee you do anything other than come back up to these levels, right? That's all this harmonic pattern does. Everything else is a bonus from other systems. 438.
Yeah, pass the lighter. We're going full Degen mode.
I mean, if you want the bullish target right there. Is that even feasible? What's going on, Turkey Man? You're talking crazy stuff over here. And I'm like, well, the channel kind of says that it could be doing it too. If we just kind of piece all this stuff together time-wise, where does this, and if it does, I mean, it could just go straight up. It doesn't have to, but we'll just kind of see where they converge over here. Welcome January 2027. We might be making our way up there. So I would say that probably 6 months into that. From January, about August, we got to be somewhere on this 45-degree angle kind of rise somewhere, right? Something like that. I don't know how it's going to do it. Well, I would be looking for a 40, something around a 45-degree angle. If we try to look for something like that, what? Could we be testing this guy by summer? I would hope so. Gosh, I'd hope he wouldn't stay down here in the bottom all damn summer. But I don't know, man. I just know 173 is what I'm looking for next. And then after that, when I'm kind of looking at 210, we'll just take it from there because there's a lot of stuff that can go on between here and there. But you do have this little gem right here on the 3 days saying XRP wanting to go up. She getting ready to go up. So let's come down to the 4 hour and look how terrible it looks. 3 days says get ready, baby. I'm getting ready to rock your world. 4 hours saying I'm getting the setup done here with a bounce off the 200 recovery of the 200 moving average. Now let's see, I got a 360 above it, 200 going across it. That's bullish. 4 hour chart over here. Moving averages are telling me 9 moving average crossing over a 100. That's beautiful. That's a slimy cross because it's a green moving average. That's what I'm calling it. The slime cross. It's a bullish slime cross. Join my group. Learn about it.
And maybe one day I'll get sober. Sell everything.
We'll teach you the same secrets that you might learn somewhere else, just watered down a lot and renamed to something cool. And call it special sauce. $500 a month. It's worth every penny. And you know I'm worth it because I drive a Ferrari or a Lambo or I got my Maybach back here. We don't talk about trading group income. My business is none of your business. We do not talk about that here. That's none of your business what I do in my business. That's my business. See what I did there? Yeah. But I'm out here every day busting my ass here, showing you how to turn.
I was definitely higher than you.
All right. I'm sorry. I try to get my satire out in my music, but sometimes it comes out in my show too. I'm sorry. It's probably why my channel doesn't grow. It's like, all he does is just talk shit. Look at you, XRP. I like this. Rounded things over here. Slower than a cooter. I like a slow cooter ride. That's my favorite ride, is going a slow cooter ride. Just saddle it up and ride that little cooter. You just ride that little cooter until it just tires out on you. XRP has too many coins that do its job better. Zcash is the best privacy coin if you want to involve fundamentals. I like Zcash. I had a good play on it, had a really good position built up, and it went up, and I sold out, and I didn't buy back as much when it came back down. Probably because I was trying to bail out some other stuff that I was in. Everyone's calling for $5 on XRP in September 2025. They do it every year or every cycle. To be fair, XRP did 6x when Trump got elected. But some of the expectations that people had for it don't fit the tokenomics. They're not mathematically don't make sense. You guys ever seen the where's our top 10? We'll just go right over here, hit CoinGecko. Now XRP, what's your market cap is $87 billion. $87 billion market cap. What the hell? And it's just the chain. You got Ripple out there that kind of tied with it. They got some brick and mortar buildings and stuff like that. But, Amazon, at least they got real estate value behind what they're worth on top of everything they built, right? All this stuff is just, somebody coded it in their mom's basement and it took off and became something. And, geez, but what's it going to do? We're going to revolutionize Web3. You got to be picky what narratives you get in. XRP's in finance. They got some things going on. They'll probably usher in the mark of the beast whenever that comes in, is what my guess is. But hey, man, play it until we get there. We know we're going there. Enjoy the ride.
This is all part of the plan. Therapy
I got sidetracked from what I was doing over here. So we come back to the chat when that happens.
See you next
You are, look what Whiff just did. I know, I've been taking profit on Whiff. I wish I had a bigger trading Whiff than I did. I heard something like it has to have a zillion coins to keep it affordable for master, otherwise it's going to get too expensive for transactions. And I'm like, well, that's a... You know, they can always add coins, I'm just saying, but they just...
I told him I'm doing better. I swear I turned a page.
Can it be too expensive?
Checking Bitcoin on my Apple Watch during his next sentence. He asked about
I mean, if they're supposed to have the cheapest ass transactions anyway.
He asked about my sleep. I said
we need some sweet ass coffee. I need something. I think I just ran out.
I said, yeah, I mindfully bought the dip. Now he's rubbing his
Can you please look at Ladies USD? Let's take a look at Ladies. It was up again, wasn't it? I only go by percentage on my little bag on spot margin. I just kind of say, oh, we're up at 155%. It's not profit. It's just a ratio of what I'm borrowing to what I've got, winning or whatever. Oh, we're down. So I took some profit up here, and then I just got some layered buys if it ever comes. I'm playing this one with Anita. Except for mine's a very tiny position. I'm just playing it for giggles. But I've got this kind of strategy going on where I layer in buys here and layer out sells here, and I just let it zigzag through here in accumulation and see what I end up with. It's a lazy accumulation strategy, but it works pretty good. Just to let something sit there and cook on low leverage for months and months and months at a time. That's called position trading, which is a lot of position traders stocking up right now. A lot of them have already stocked up, and they're starting to take some profits on you. On various coins. 81 thought we're dropping on Bitcoin. Dropping like a rock. Oh no, it's over. We're going back to zero. This is it. That was the top.
I think he's just billing me for the show.
We got the lower high.
And maybe next week I'll actually listen.
Not exactly what you want to see. Gives us a chance for a lower low. 800 moving average is down here waiting to talk to us. But that's on the 3 minute. That's just a bunch of chop noise. Let's see what's going on over here on the 36. If that moving average crosses over that 21, then that's kind of bullish. You just tested. What else you got? Bigger time frames tell you more. Trying to get a bearish cross there. Might get bearish. 4 hours still above the 9, so 9 moving average is down at 80. As we can come down there and talk to that and still be bullish as AF. That'd be the same thing as coming down to this 50 moving average, touching this trend line on the smaller time frames. So in range. I would say you're probably going to get a lot of people that are going to try to say this is a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. It can be if it gets a good neckline, right? But a lot of people don't play those necklines. But if it does, how far is it going to come down? And then what's it going to do? After it meets its measure move, then what's it going to do? Is it going to bounce? Or is this actually a reversal? That's what I'd be looking for. This is at resistance. So looking for those type of patterns. I mean, you want to do that, but I don't see it as that. I do see it as a failed trend line breakout. But I also see some angle retention right there, telling me we might have a channel, and this is just the bottom of it. Maybe. The channel is bearish and it can break. Oh, there's always a damn if. Oh, it's playing both sides. Well, I mean, we bounce up, we're good. If we break it, then I would look for the measure move about 79.6. And then, like I said, this is a 1 hour. It could be a good place to hold. And then we can drag this trend line down and respect these wicks and kind of see, oh, we could come down here to this area, to the 100 moving average at that same price at 79,600. Oh. This is not the greatest place to be looking for a Bitcoin long or a long in some of these altcoins, but we saw some that had some good places. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been going for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I can't do a 3-hour stream. It's time for this turkey. 27 people. 27 people. 27 people, if you don't mind.
For those of you that haven't been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
He's always doing that public service announcement over there. And if you are interested in what we're doing on our side project here on the other channel, Crypto Parody, right here. I'm going to put that link into the chat over here. But if you like the music that's going on in the background, this is where you're going to be able to find the stuff that I do not release out on Amazon and stuff like that. That will be available over here in the future, as well as music videos. But if you appreciate the music, kind of like the music that I have going in the background, it's all my original music and everything, and I do release it. But this is the channel I'm focusing on, and we do have a video show that comes on, a little competitive video shows. It is open to other creators. However, there's very few other creators, so I'm basically taking over for that. Avi Medina did a video, and I would love to see him put together something else. They don't even have to be that great, man. As long as they're decent. I have done some videos just using my OBS and the thumbnails that I create and animate for my show, and I've got some decent video content that came out. But I do have some that I've actually gone into detail about. But this one. But we got some music, and we got Squirrely Dave over there, a comedian who's getting kind of raunchy over on Next. He's a little bit more tame on YouTube, but he will also be the comedy on the Friday night crypto video show, which will be hopefully coming out this Friday if I can get done with it. Get all that settled out. But this is a fun channel if you're a crypto enthusiast. Support us. Just come over and hit that subscribe button, and maybe we'll get more than 12 subscribers over here and help this channel grow. And Squirrely Bob, he got 400 little views on his first little short. Hoping it will gain some traction over there. So we got that. And also, if you do like the music, there's some available on this Road Dog Crypto channel, but the majority of what has been released, as you type in Road Dog Crypto, and then add one word called topic, and that will go to my music distributor sets this up with YouTube automatically. I have no control over this channel at all. It's slowly growing, 58 subscribers, but this is where you can find all my album releases and single releases. I think I got two albums over here, 3 albums. I got a praise and worship album EP. I've got a Christmas album, and then I've got the Bull Run is a Fairy Tale. That was the first secular album that I got, crypto related album over there, I guess. Well, the Christmas one's crypto related, but it's all crypto and trading music and some music you hear here. As I release it, and you also stream it on Amazon, Spotify, and all that. So since I figured I lost 2 people, they said, "Oh, we don't want to hear about this crap," and that's fine too. But I had to plug it, so we had so many people here. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin here on the 3-minute time frame. She's getting tired. She need to come down, take a rest. First lower high here. Probably will make a lower low. We're probably in a little downtrend. It may continue to a bigger downtrend. It may not. If you go by the bigger stuff, it looks like, we'll probably have a chance to get a little traction over here. Let's just double check. No, 4 hours giving us a little downturn. Let's check. 12 hour. Okay, we're starting to see the rejection signs come in, so we might get that might have just been taking a while. A lot of people were wanting to drop last night. It's just so bullish, it's just taking a while. It may take it a while to start dropping down, but we have hit resistance, Fibonacci and trend line wise. It doesn't mean that we can't pull back a little bit and then still try to go back up a little bit, but we are at a bigger area we're fighting through. We will probably be choppy through here for a while. Maybe another week. I don't know. Just ranging between 78 and 82, a $10,000 range or something. And until we break something more significant. We'll know it when we see it. Ladies and gentlemen, going to the end screen. Thank you for hanging out. And we'll listen to some music, catch up with the chat. I think we listened to this music last night and we need something different. Let's see if we can I've already did those. Oh, here's one.
He said, bro, that's just gambling with extra steps and satellite
For a minute.
Wi-Fi. I said, no, it's decentralized freedom.
I'm getting all the words with songs with curse words in them. It looks like.
I'd be okay. I'm a far coin philosopher, pondering life's big stinks. Why we ape? Why we cope?
I don't know which one to go with first. How about this one? It's not as bad.
Candles. Fucking candles.
Scar, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm going to give you the hand clappies if I find them over here.
What you gonna do next? Why can't you tell me up or down?
Why do my hands keep going away?
Green or red? Next. Fucking candles. Fucking candles. What? Is this bad? Oh, one more high. Is this bad? Oh,
Just need to chop you up a little bit.
one more high. One more high. Candles, candles, candles.
Oh, that would be a negative, sir.
Tell me now, bearable, fucking candles.
It does a better job than I do. I've got clips on here if you want to hear my singing. We did that before I got into the AI stuff. We did make our own little music stuff here. But, no. Some people don't know, do they? Some people don't know. Do I still have this stuff over here? Do you want me to scare the crap out of you with, here's one. Here's my take on, here's my little parody of Billy Squire for crypto. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh God, I'm going to be embarrassed because I'm not a singer, but we try, right?
When you trade crypto, and when the market starts to slow, labor hands drop as prices go down. Where's the high market rebound? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in crypto right now, you are missing out on one of the biggest opportunities in your life. Hit that like button, join and subscribe, and enjoy Road Dog Crypto. Like what you see. Then please subscribe. And if you like what we do, then smash that like button too. And if you want to drag it down, leave a comment down below. I like Road Dog Crypto. I like Road Dog Crypto. I like Road Dog Crypto. Road Dog.
There you go. Oh, hell, I lost everybody. They left. Get him on a different whistle. Oh, my God. Oh, I turned the music down. It sounds a lot better than I do. I can get better results this way. And quicker.
Is this bad? Oh, one more high, one more high, one more high.
36 minutes. Got that old red dot. We're getting plagued by red dots over here on Bitcoin.
Tell me
Makes me want to go short. Let's go short. You want to go short? Let's go short. I want to go short. I'm doing my little stop loss over here. Shoot, you can actually get a pretty good risk reward ratio on the short. Shazam! Yes, you can. You can get a nice 2.5 to 1, maybe. Come here, Weeks. You're not doing anything. Literally. That'd be a good place for exchange over here. I'm just saying, Weeks. Wow, I'm glad this is not an urgent matter. Oh, jeez. Come on, Weeks. What is up with this damn exchange? What is this? That's bullshit. Oh, come over here. Oh, I've got one. I've got one open over here on Oh, you need to get out of that. No, wait a minute. That's history. That's not it. I got nothing over here on Bitcoin. I guess I need something. Tight stop losses. Oh, you can't do it automatically. You can do it automatically over here, can't you? Oh, you haven't got me. No, you got me. Oh, damn it. You're not letting me do this. Why? I'm already in the drain. I thought Bluefin you can move stuff around real easy. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I knew they had it. Stop loss. Hey, can we do it? We're in a short. I should be able to stop you at. Why is my stop loss not working? It pisses me off.
Woke up this morning with the craving so deep. Giant green dildos, yeah, they're what I need to sleep. Not the
Why are you not working?
From the shop down the road, the ones on my screen that make my portfolio explode. They're eyes up tall, freaking oh so firm. Oh yes, pumping my bags till I squirm and squirm.
They're already set. Did I add to a position? No, I just thought I just opened one up.
Fancy cars, cash or cha-ching. Oh yeah. Give me those giant green dildos.
I always said that something was in the air affecting electronics and stuff.
Keys and the keys make my wallet fat. Craving them daily, imagine that. Green and mean sliding up the chart. Fucking my fears right out of my heart. Yes, daddy. Papa say bring, oh what a thrill. Giant green dildos pay my bills. Dash explosion, scrolling at midnight. Fingers all sticky and wet, so wet. Waiting for that surge, I won't soon forget. Red ones are bastards, they leave me high and dry. Flop.
I want to put it that
Greens
low.
come calling with a wink in the side. Sexy, hey big boy. I just some money changes, no shame in my game.
This thing is not letting me set a stop loss. That's pissing me off.
One massive candle and I'm screaming.
I didn't set one.
Turning my new bass into crypto royalty. Counting is to
Hell, that makes me not want to even trade tonight.
red stubs that flop. But now I'm addicted to the ones that won't stop. They vibrate my phone with alerts all night long. Giant green dildos, where have you been all along? Whatever, yeah, call me pervert for charts. But these bad boys deliver right to my heart. Fuck me sideways when they hit all-time high. Fuck me! Profits raining down like come from the sky. What's that cash rain shower? Oh yeah! Give me those giant green dildos. Dildo. The kind that stretch high and never say no. Teasing Greens make my wallet fat. Crave it, I'm barely imagine mad. Greening means sliding up the chart. Fucking my tears right out of my heart. Profits they bring a water through. Shine green dildos pay my bills. Dildos forever, green and supreme. Dildos forever, green and supreme. Dildos forever, green and supreme. Dildos forever. Dildos forever. Dildos forever, green and supreme.
Oh, cool, man.
Dildos forever, green and supreme.
Wait a minute. Alexa, skip.
I became a fart coin philosopher.
Congratulations, having you number 6 in secret transactions.
Like it held the wisdom of all men.
11,000. Does that require you to be on your phone all day? Can you get Claudebot or somebody like that to do that for, or are you doing that?
He said, bro, that's just gambling with extra.
Oh, you said, there you go. I got you. Yeah, you did say 4.7.
He turned up Rosalia and prayed I'd be okay.
Well, you worked it more than the largest percent of the people. Congratulations, my man. Yo, boy, Z-Bet.
Passing wisdom like gas. In 2026, I'm still broke, but I got class. I name my bong the Genesis block. Is basically holy. Every hit feels like I'm unlocking the next.
Cornix got it. Let's check it out there.
7 bags of Cheetos to bring a 40% correction. Woke up with orange fingers and a brand new.
I don't know what happened over here. Gee, it's been a while since I looked at you over here on this particular chart. When was this? Back in June 2025 or something? Oh, I guess that'd be over here. April 2025. Been a minute on this chart. We're back down. Or even back down there. That's crazy. Above the 9 on the weekly. That's awesome.
This is my game. Yeah. This is my game. Pass the lighter.
Ooh, 886 one, baby. He knows it.
I built her from scratch, taught her how to trade. Gave her
It's a very simple Fibonacci strategy, very effective.
Blade. She was supposed to make me rich while I slept in peace. Instead, she woke me up at 4 a.m. saying, bro, we got rugged. Capiche? Now she's ghosting my prompts and trading against me. Buying shit coins I told her never to see. I said, baby, why you do me like this? She replied with an error code and a digital kiss. I thought we had something silicone and soul. My AI bot broke up with me, left me for a better prompt. Now I'm back to manual trading and it's clearly not what I want. She took my edge, she took my strategy, left me with nothing but existential latency. AI bot broke up with me, said I'm too emotional. Now I'm out.
Oh, they might even go up for a double top right there. Looks like it'll go back to 886, but we'll put it on there anyway.
To win her back with better training data, fed her old winning trades in my entire life savings.
Is that resistance? Oh, she already got a rejection there.
She replied, error 4, respect not found, and went long on a cat coin while I hit the ground. I'm back to staring the candles like it's 2021. While she saw in the crowd, laughing at what I become. My AI bot broke up with me, deleted all our plans. Now I'm alone with my screen and these trembling hands. She said, it's not you, it's your risk management. Guess even robots know when to take profit and bounce, man.
618 by this poll.
She left me for a better prompt.
0.5 error by that one.
My AI bot broke up with me, left me for a better prompt. Now I'm back to manual trading and it's clearly not what I want. She took my edge, she took my strategy, left me with nothing but existential latency. AI bot broke
You got a good chance to bounce right here at this 382. That would be really bitching if it does. If it does bounce from there, there's the target right here at half a penny, 0.005. If it can bounce here, you're looking at 68% gains for a most probable target by my system. And a pullback there. If it comes back, and I think that will hold it, that trend line hopefully will hold it. It might wick down through here. If it does, then we're looking a little lower, but still good. A little pullback to be expected right now. But bullish overall is what I'm seeing. Let's check a few of these indicators over here. That's a little concerning. Here on the 3-day. Maybe a little shaky through here, but I think it's still got a little bit. I think it's got a little bit retest over here. Let's look at that one. The next target, 0.00437. I'm gonna come down to the 4 hour. 4 hour, we're going through the correction phase. ABC is what I'm saying. And C will probably take you down a little bit lower through there. Hopefully this area will hold. Hairline wise, you got this little idea right here that we retested. It's more like a rise and wedge breakout, which is actually kind of bullish. So if it can hold these areas, it's got a chance to bounce back up, in my opinion. A lot of good bullish crosses happening here on the 4 hour ribbon flip. Oh wow. At least the story's funny. That's the only thing worth knowing. Found those even they're tracking for bots, so I'm staying curious. I'm doing oh man. No bots. Wow. Labs looks perfect. We're short. It's up enough today. Who's got labs? Where can you find labs? Oh my god, it's all on chain. There's no exchanges over here? Labs? Or am I doing it wrong? Is it LAB? It's lab, right? That's how it's probably. There's lab group. Yeah, if you can't get to an exchange and trade it, it doesn't do any good. I think it's this one, the LAV. This is on MXC over here. What is it doing? Flush this out, going up. You got a reverse Gartley 222. Where's this? I'm looking for a 786 over there. I'll be looking for a short right over here. According to this play. Did I screw that up? Let's take that smaller time frame and see what we got. I think I see it bullish right now short term. This is the 36 minutes above the 9 moving average. That's not bearish in any way. But you are a topping structure, but what this is telling me is that we can come up a little higher, about 327 before we fall down. And it could vary through there, and it could take it a while before it actually drops. But that would be the best way, according to Harmonic structure, to get one. Yeah, 786, 337 right in this area. And it should be a pretty good, decent short right there. Right now we're finding some resistance here. You might get some little traction out of it, but it's trying to hold. And you got this trend line. So if it does fall, If it does fall short term, there might be a short term trade. I don't know. It might be, you might have enough to make it worth your while, but I can see us going up here and probably double topping. I'm looking for like a double top idea over here. And following this guy. I foresee us making a more of a rising wedge type thing if we're pattern trading. Let's go ahead and connect it proper.
I tell them stories of past bull runs and glory. How we'll all make it one day.
I'll even tighten it up a little bit there. Oh, that's good. Yeah, tighten it up, and then we got the angle there with a little breakout. Okay, I'll go with that. So this is kind of what I'm seeing for labs, and I don't know if this will play out or not, but this is what I'm predicting. And I would entertain a short like that. That could be correct. Because wait, 36-minute time frame. Shouldn't take too long to figure out if this is going to be right or not. I'll leave this alone. Remind me of it, and we'll come back and check and see if I suck or not. Because I could. It doesn't have to have. It's not confirmed. This is for this pattern to be valid. It's got to come up here and actually confirm. And so we needed to actually see it do something like a double top right here at this level. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me tonight. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Thank you for hitting that like button and hanging around the end screen. I will see you tomorrow. And happy trading, man. It's going to be an interesting week this week. Just watch your asses and manage your risk. That's the only thing that you guys can do is control that risk. And try not to chase. I know it's hard sometimes. All right, guys. Jesus loves you. Remember that. See you on the next one.